Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Eat, Crit and Survive, where a bunch of people gather in different locations to play some Dungeons and Dragons. You're involved, right? Oh, okay. You two people don't want to play Dungeons and Dragons. Fine, you two can leave. You can go back to being on holiday and looking after the baby. You two can decide between yourselves which one is which.
Ross, it's number 4.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have you just screwed stuff up?
No, it's just number 46 now.
Yes, that is me trying to sign in. Yes, the number is 46.
Good.
Wow, that was oddly convenient. Thank you.
Eat, Crit and Survive, the professional organisation that we are.
Yeah.
Always.
Sure.
Fantastic. Yes, hello, we're back for yet another week after having a week off because I was in a forest and I wanted to be. So, but we're back and dice rolling will happen and stuff.
Adventure!
Just a quick shout out to Suds3 who subscribed on the week we weren't playing.
Hey!
Another sub. So, yeah.
Commitment.
Yeah.
Maybe we should not play more often if it gets us subs.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Is that how it works? You get subs to not do streams?
Yeah.
I feel like we're taking the wrong lessons here, but I mean, you guys are... Connor, you're the pro streamer among us.
Sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
Make people crave you.
They didn't know what they were missing until we were gone.
Exactly.
Yes. You don't know what you've got till it's gone.
Indeed. I'm going to open this door, can't I?
It is a bit warm. Chainsaw and stuff.
That's true.
Hopefully. I've just said that now. Let's start again.
It will do, yeah. For some reason, my neighbours are using a chainsaw to cut up parrots. So...
Because why not?
Oh, you hope it's pallets.
It's definitely parrots. I've seen them doing it. Mind you, I didn't look every time they used it. So it could have been some chickens.
Aww.
I don't know.
I
Some
heard parrots.
maybe.
I heard parrots.
Yeah, me.
I heard parrots and possibly geese.
Bees.
But anyway, Matt will be along a little bit later when he has finished working. But until then, we shall continue with our story. So where we left off, the Wandering Stars had finally completed their mission to gather each of the fragments of the gods to compose into the soul prisms, which are to be used to capture the essence of the visionaries once they have been defeated, to prevent them from respawning and taking over the worlds. What they do every day, Pinky. You had obtained each of these and had set out on your next mission, stopping only for the absolute essentials of breaking someone's heart, making innuendos about bacon, and then shopping.
Whatever adventure.
Vital for the mission.
Vital, absolutely vital for the mission. You decided to undertake your first part of this mission by going to Abelos, the city that had been owned and run by tieflings until demons burst out of the ground. Due to a deal with the great ancient ooze Jubilex, you had secured a alternate passage into the lair that is being run by the Dame Acrimony, otherwise known as Zuggtmoy, Fungus Queen of Rot and Decay. You made your way through the gate, parking your blimp about a mile offshore, and walked to the beach. You passed through a gooey portal, and Kalatar was confused for a while.
A long while.
A long while, while you fought against some terrible creatures, as well as some fungal champions that were in place to defend this portal that seemingly had opened. And that is where we left off. So as you find yourselves taking a quick breath to recover your senses after having taken the fight to these creatures, having your mind attacked by various mental proclivities, what would you like to do?
Well, Foundling will use the opportunity of taking a breath to use wholeness of body and regain 45 hit points.
That'll do. Bring you up to
90.
that'll do it.
Nice. Are you
Good.
needing a little bit more? You look like you might still be a little bit.
I'm not at 100%, but I'm well enough to continue for now. It would be helpful if those of you with things that damage everything in an area, Asher and Leela, could maybe be a bit more careful about how you use them.
Apologies, I thought my aim was better.
Sometimes I just get mad.
I'm not sure I like you when you're that angry.
That's genuinely the point. Whatever face is in a nice area, I would like to just fuck off, really.
Asher can't do that again today anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Nope.
Well,
Would anyone are we pushing forward or are we resting or?
I'm ready to continue. I'm not sure it would be advisable to rest. We did create something of a commotion here.
I'm sure we got away with it. We were quite stealthy on the way in.
Just as a warning, I am a little bit magically exhausted. I have some options, but
Not many.
Not as many as I started the day with.
I have an item that has magical energy stored in it. You would need to attune to it to pull the energy out. So
Unattuned from something else.
and then attune back to it. That's why.
Yes, spend up to 2 hours of
To
your
get a
time.
5th level spell slot.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
that
seems
could be quite
worthwhile.
handy, but quite.
It's meant for a backup. It's not meant to be an everyday use.
I appreciate though. Maybe if it gets a bit more desperate.
Okay. So, in this fungal tunnel that you find yourselves in, and if you are pressing on, what is the marching order that you find yourselves in? Connor, could you open up Kelatar just whilst Matt's not here? Or Ross, either or.
Nope. Asking Connor's to run rather than.
Yeah.
It was an interesting choice.
Okay.
I have to close the camera to open up the MDPN.
Ah.
Interesting choice of words, though. Do you want to open up Kelatar? And it's like, yes, Asher would love to open up Kelatar.
Not wrong.
Mm.
Yeah, I got him.
I think he's full of bacon.
Not anymore, remember?
That was also 2 days ago, but never mind. So, what is our marching order, please? And I'm not going to accept Kelatar as at the front.
I'll go at the front.
Okay. Lyra?
Kelatar will be behind.
I go like middle of the pack.
I'll go behind Cedric.
I'll go just in front of Cedric.
So, Asher, Kapina, who's at the back?
I mean, Fee would like to be second last, but, you know.
Let's be at the back then.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Strange order, but I like it.
It's a choice. You've got a melee fighter and then a spellcaster behind them, so you know it works. The healer's in the middle, so you've got good coverage, and then leader and foundling are completely the same character. There's there's mirrorisms there.
Yeah, it's a mirror is in that they are so different that they are
Identical. Yeah.
the same.
They're
Yeah.
the wild cards. They're the
Yeah,
mavericks
like
that we
the
throw in there.
Jokers, yeah.
So
I'm a wild card. She's a loose cannon.
To be
Yeah.
fair, I didn't bring the cannon because we were going underground, so I didn't want to bury us again.
Yeah, who would hate to fire that underground?
Wait, does that mean Leela's now the new liability and Fee can finally not be that title anymore?
no,
No, your back liabilities.
We've just got to.
Today.
I haven't hit an ally in about a year, I think. So I think that's pretty good.
Didn't you cast a spell last session that hit someone?
No?
Someone hit me with a shatter.
Yeah.
And I haven't cast Shatter in a long time.
It may have been Calatar. It may have been
It might have been
Calatar.
Calatar.
Yeah.
All right. So how are you proceeding?
Cedric, are you able to cast the Pass Without Trace?
Yes, I will do that. I will use the staff to free cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. In which case, can everybody make a stealth check for me, please?
Jesus.
Let's do this with a
Plus 10. Have you got the drones out?
Yes, they're always.
Then they will also need to make a stealth check.
Ugh.
This is Dex, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, they've got +2 in Dex. Okay, so hold on.
Stealth drones can't be detected on radar.
I was gonna say, can I? I'm going to need to make them a stealth mode so they get advantage on the stealth check.
They're only under an answer. It's plus 12 to each of them.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I write mine.
Yeah.
down.
So we'll start down. We'll start in the top left of my screen. Lyra,
37.
Cedric.
13. 2 plus 1 plus.
Yeah, no, I got it. Kathina,
27.
Hamlin,
21.
Ashton,
Asher, 9.
Kalatar.
25.
Oh, nice. Leela.
Well, my drones did better than I did, but 21, 23, and 24.
So
Oh,
you
wow,
got,
well, that's-
you got the 21.
I got the 21.
The drones got 23,
23,
24.
But then they don't exactly touch the ground, so.
No, but they have got propellers to make sure they don't.
Small propellers.
Yes, in very old-timey steampunk engines that are not exactly known for their silence.
The silencer hasn't been invented yet.
Yeah. Oh no! Look what's coming! It's the mallard. Well, I can't hear it. It's not coming anywhere.
And that's absolutely says what we know, they can just be magic.
But they're not magic. It specifically says they're not magic. Anyway, as a group, with only a few liabilities, Cedric and Asher, you make your way down the passageway. After about 100 feet or so, as the path sort of weaves its way through these cliffs, the sand beneath your feet and the mushroom sort of absorbing the sponginess, absorbing the impact of your feet so much, there is a fork in the road.
Oh, I thought you meant an actual fork.
There is a fork. There is a dinglehopper.
Someone was eating their dinner.
A 3-pronged piece of metallic.
A piece of metallic what on it?
Could be anything in these times.
Yeah. No,
Vibranium.
metallic vibranium. Speaking of, we got the Marvel Rising villainous.
Oh, yeah.
It's Villainous's evil brother.
Oh, and it's villainous. It's, oh my days. It's,
Oh, it's villainous.
By the way, I'd love it if there was just randomly a vibranium fork for no reason.
Yeah.
A +3 vibranium fork of eating.
With advantage on cookery checks made with this fork. Anyway,
Advantage against hunks of meat.
exactly. So there are two passageways, one to the left, one to the right.
Are there any detectable differences between them?
Make a perception check.
I was going to say, can I smell them?
Make a perception check.
Is there any wind that comes down a particular tunnel?
Make a perception check.
I would go, ooh, 21, but I suspect Lyra's about to make that look rather bad.
I just critted, so 31.
Called it.
Yeah, but Lyra, you smell
What the rock is cooking.
down to the left. You smell rotten decay, and to the right you smell decay and rot.
I thought you might say that.
Family, from your view, there is no real discernible difference to these passageways, apart from the placement of fungi around them, just the way that they've grown. Asher, your roll?
16.
16? There is a wind that is travelling down this passageway. Fortunately, it's coming from behind you because on the coast.
Yeah, makes sense.
Our little slimy friend didn't tell us anything about this today.
No.
Well, one way is as good as another. Shall we just go left?
Sure.
I mean, I can send the drones in and have a look for us. Or we could just do it.
We have no information. Let's just go left.
I thought that used up some of your energy.
It does, but I have ways of restoring it, and I did manage to boost myself up so I could get a couple of extras. So if we want to, I can use it. I'm just looking to see around how much it actually used. I can't remember.
Yeah, 22.
22 points. I think it is one.
Describe, yes.
Right, yes, it is one energy. So I can use it on one drone and go down one tunnel and then down the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
That sounds good. Scouting
Yeah.
it is. I'm sure the drone will be fine on a scouting mission.
They've been fine so far. They haven't. There was a close call with the cobots in the temple, but she just went up, so it's fine. Yes, can I send a drone out, please?
Okay, which way? Left or right?
Well, we wanted to go left, so we'll go left first.
Okay, make a stealth check for drone ad without the +10, but just +2.
Oh no!
Because they are leaving the area of Pass Without a Trace.
Oh no!
Sorry,
You can
Cedric,
figure
walk down there with the drone to keep it.
Natural 20.
Okay, so 22.
So 22.
Okay, so drone ad just goes down the passageway, staying high and sort of weaving around some of the larger fungi that are hanging down from the ceiling. You focus your minds and sort of pass into it. Drone ad just passes through. And some of these fungi are giving off this bioluminescence that is quite pretty and also quite disturbing. You see the forming of these mushrooms just looking bizarre as it passes through. You see some rather distinctive patches start to come through. There are those that look like the cap looks like a brain almost in its sort of like wrinkly form with some smooth tendrils that extend down from it. There are others which wax and wane excessively, growing massive and then shrinking down to an inch high, going across foot to an inch. There are others which are spotted and shaped like an upturned bowl, and some others which are glowing in a soft white light, and what looks to be something similar to a tendril that's made of ice extending out from the center. As these four dominant patches seem to come into play more frequently, Drone comes around a corner and is in a chamber which seems to be exclusively these four fungal types. There's other mushrooms hanging, one that is pulsating with a really short stem, but a 15-foot wide cap that is hanging from the ceiling and is just seems to have like electricity just going across in some sort of strange, weird pattern, kind of like those, the electric generator balls that you get, but it's much more rapid. It just seems to be going across all over the place. The far side of this room from where you have come in, there is directly opposite, there is another passageway that leads out of the way, and then to the right there is one that goes back, almost coming towards you.
Sorry, say that again. It's a passageway.
So from where you are, from Drone is, there is one directly opposite,
Yeah.
basically the opposite right-hand corner, and then there is one which is immediate right-hand corner. So if you think from
one over that.
So if you think from where you are right now,
Yeah.
there's a door. There's one where I am, and there's one where the TD is.
Okay. Cool. I obviously relay this to everyone because I am basically a talking narrative for Drone Ad.
So there is it's a 60-foot by 40-foot deep, 6-foot wide, 40 feet deep.
Do I want to bring Jonah back and we look down the right one, or do you want me to carry on?
How long has it taken to get that far?
What's the round speed? It's 30. Is it 60
I
feet
think
you can move
it's
them around?
I think no, I don't think it's 60. I think it's 30.
Is it 30? So it wouldn't go 15 feet at a slow speed. It's taken
30, yeah.
it's taken about 10 minutes.
So I can either carry on, if we choose to go this way, I can carry on and see what they're, but as in like the mushrooms, we can walk through it, or they're kind of, they are everywhere, like literally you can't get through without touching them.
It is a field of mushrooms. There are some areas which have got less, but the vast majority is full.
Do I recognise the mushrooms?
Make a nature check.
Oh, nature.
Any in particular that you wanted to try and recognise, or just
four
in general?
types.
Okay.
I mean the big electric one definitely, but kind of if I know kind of the generic.
Okay, make a nature check then.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Don't ask me.
Okay.
It's me getting them out of the way early.
Okay. You are aware of the mushroom types. You have spent some time studying botany and biology as part of your alchemy studies.
Well, that's handy.
Goose.
Goose! He had my nature roll.
You did. The ones which have the icicle coming from them, these are known as frigillalis mushrooms. They are known to, when spores are triggered, to act in a similar way to the casting of an ice storm spell.
Okay.
The ones which look like the brains are known as the what am I naming them as? They are the kiss of the illithid. These spores have the capacity to reduce the mental proficiencies and the natural training that a mind has had in certain ways.
Okay.
The others, the ones which were pulsating and growing, these are known as, there's a story of this woman who went through this wondrous land, and they are named as the Looking Glass. No, they are the Shrankus. These mushrooms, if consumed, or their metallic spores released in anger, can cause individuals and humanoids and other creatures to be shrunk. And finally, the upturned bowl, that has no specific name, because people who spend an extended amount of time with them usually succumb to some form of poison.
Okay.
The big mushroom is also not named. And there is actually no known information about this particular fungus.
So, field of bad.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
There are patches of these mushrooms that grow up the walls as well.
Field of bad.
It's a rumor band.
Rumor bad with no real way through it. This is going to be like Dorothy walking through that field, and they're all just going to fall asleep. And the bad guy will come and get them.
You might for your mortal minds, but unfortunately for them, my mind is mighty.
Knowing that Zuggtmoy is like the fungus queen,
Yes.
Do I know if she has some sort of telepathy with mushrooms? Does she have a mushroom sense that might tingle if we set these off?
My mushroom sense is tingling.
Make a what would this be? This would be Arcana, I think.
A shroom check.
Make an Arcana check.
3.
Maybe. You consult your mighty mind, and you just get the response. It's just. Why you asking G? We went offline years ago.
Well, see, okay.
Foundling ponders for a moment and then decides to keep quiet.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
I have potentially got something
Come back to
insightful
me.
and helpful to say. No.
That's some really useful stuff Leela has passed on to us.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this, from what I can see, this does not look good. It does not look like there is a way through either, unless we can walk around them or fly through them. And I mean, I could fit a few of us on the carpet, but even if we got a bit close, they might shoot their spores out. They might let someone know that we're here. It might not be the best idea. So if I bring Dronad back and I look down the right tunnel and we can see where we go, I know it's taken a while, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yes. Scout the
Fire
other
is always
side.
an option as well.
Yes.
Fire.
I'm
Well,
okay
there's a
with
few spells some of us could use to destroy them from a safe distance.
Okay, you're bringing Dronad back.
Yes,
Sorry, Ross.
No,
you
I
go
was
first.
just going to say, only if it comes to it.
yes,
Let's see if there's a better path on the right side.
yes.
Okay. You bring Dronad back and you send it down the right path. This path is a little less ambly. It seems to go more direct. The one that went to the left is, took a long while to get down. This one only takes about 3 or 4 minutes to get round to. And it comes down. It is the other entrance.
Is the other
Entrance to this room.
as in the one that was on my right?
Yes.
Oh, well, guess what, guys? Looks like we're going through the mushroom. Yeah, so this tunnel leads exactly around to this tunnel room again. That was the tunnel on my right-hand side. So, yes, we're probably going to have to figure a way out to get through the mushrooms. I bring Dronad back.
Okay.
I give her a pat.
Okay, that's our given.
Yes.
Dronad has no feelings, so Dronad appreciates.
They have feelings!
There's regular mushrooms around us. Could I try casting a spell on it to see the effectiveness?
What spell are you casting on it?
Chill touch.
Okay, you cast Chill Touch on just a mushroom.
A mushroom. I've
Okay.
only got a little experience with them, so I'm not really sure what element works best against
Okay,
them.
make an attack roll.
Which is now +1, thanks to my exalted girl. Okay, where's my... Oh, I don't get a button for it. Is this the problem with the Mizium? I don't have spells. I can't just click on them in D&D Beyond. Ooh, that almost was a 1. So 7 plus. Is that? Ah, it should be thingy. 14.
14. Okay. It extends out. Roll damage. By the way, you could just roll a d20 and then add what your spell attack modifier is.
That was what I did, yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, but that level, so it's that many. 1, 2, no, wrong one. Please go away. 14 necrotic damage.
Okay, so as the hand comes out and wraps around the mushroom, around the stem, the hand comes up and just sort of touches into the stalk, and it just withers the mushroom away.
Oh, at least I know that spell works.
On that particular mushroom, yes.
Yeah, well,
There are thousands here.
we might have time.
Plenty of time. Cool.
Could just burn the place to the ground. I mean, nature burns, right?
We
I don't know.
That's hardly subtle.
And we don't know how the mushrooms might react to fire. It sounds like it might be simple, but it might also cause them to release the spores.
Be surprised, actually. Healthy vegetation doesn't burn as easily as the dry vegetation that you'd get with fire logs and stuff
And
like that.
also, we're in a cave. Usually fire in enclosed environment isn't necessarily the best idea.
Well, I'm out of ideas then.
We might be better
I can-
freezing it. If you
I
want to do
can-
something like that.
Resist poison and purge that from my system by channeling my key. I could set off the poison ones and maybe clear a path for the rest of you.
Well, like I say, we can fly through. I can fit quite a few of us on the magic carpet.
I'm pretty sure me, Leela, Cedric, and Kalatar would all have some pretty easy spells like the one I just cast, and maybe we could just slowly clear a path rather than risking damage, considering we're probably going to have to fight. Well, we came down here to fight, so that's
far
what we should
across-
save our strength for.
How far across is the room? With
It
the
was 60 foot wide, 40 foot long, and about 40 to 50 feet high.
How
chamber
far
size.
from either entrance to where we would be headed?
The entrance to the right to the other exit is about 40 feet across. The entrance that Leela went down first with Dronad is. Well, actually, I probably will know this one. It's about 100 feet.
The first time.
No, not 100 feet. What am I thinking? 100 by Pythagorean triple is 2, 3. No, it's 3, 4, 5, isn't it? Never mind. Probably about 70 to 80 feet.
The second
think-
one was quicker though, wasn't it?
I think
It's not
Leela's
a lot
carpet.
quicker.
I think Leela's carpet plan is the best. Just fly through and try not to touch anything. That's the safest way.
Absolutely, I'll wait here.
Now that Cedric's down here, does he have any more information on any of the mushrooms that he can see through mushroomy life?
What do you mean? Have you walked? Hang on. Is that question? Have you assumed that we've walked down the corridor, or
I thought we were looking upon the field, but maybe I've
no?
misunderstood.
Leela was using her scrying to look upon it. And
Oh, sorry.
you're still at the fork. So you're still a good 3 or 4 minutes, or 10 minutes, depending which way you go, away from it.
I retract my question then.
But let's wander down and have a look, because we can make up our mind there as easily as we can here.
There are ones in the tunnels on the way, so we might even make the room. Was the second tunnel less crowded?
In terms of how much fungus was on there?
Yes.
No, if anything, that was more so. It was more densely populated. After all.
So we either go the longer route with less mushrooms, or the shorter route with more mushrooms.
We're not in any hungry. In any hurry. We can just go down the longer route.
Yes.
Yes. Good plan.
Sounds good.
Okay. So you head down the passageway to the left.
Trying not to touch the mushrooms.
And you're avoiding all other mushrooms as you come along. And you eventually come out. Same marching order as you were before?
Sure.
Maybe Leela needs to go nearer the front.
Yeah, I'll go.
Because
at the
we
front.
might be carpeting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be on the carpet.
Okay.
With the drones either side. Not scrying. But
Oh, we've got limited capacity on the carpet, don't we?
it's pretty big. We could fit like 3 of us on it when we were fighting those people. So
It does have a weight limit though, and you
it
do
does have
have.
a weight limit of can't remember.
So how many people can fit on it?
You probably fit 3 people at a stretch, but it does also have a weight limit.
It
And
can carry up to 1,600 pounds.
Cedric weighs quite an amount, but bless you. That's a sneeze.
I mean, I've still got my broom, so I can use that to avoid things, but I've also got spells that can make me fly, so maybe someone else needs to borrow the broom.
I can cast fly as well, so
Okay.
I'll just rely on my monk agility and ability to run along the walls if it's needed to dodge mushrooms.
Maybe you should go last, just in case.
Like explosions going off behind you.
So hang on. So what's the new marching order then? Is you're at the front. Are you on the carpet?
On the carpet. If anyone wants to join me on the carpet, they can.
Maybe someone who's not good at dodging should, mentioning no names, Asher.
I hear you loud and clear. I'm just very heavy on a carpet.
I thought you'd taken your armor off.
I had to rage, yes, but I'm still probably the heaviest one here by a long way.
Would be so.
But Leela's only little. So
Lyra is wearing half plate. That's fairly heavy.
Mithril, isn't it?
There's no problem.
Lyra's isn't.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said Leela.
Cedric is the heaviest of the party. He has a sort of base weight of somewhere around like 600 pounds, I think.
A lot. I think it's a bit less than that. I think it's more like 400 pounds, I think.
Oh, I might be thinking of centaurs.
Yes, very similar.
Well, no, because we had the same conversation on a Tuesday
Yeah.
about one of the heaviest party members who happens to be a centaur. So we got you're up front. Then what? We say standing at the back.
Fine, I'll be at the back.
I'll be
Mark.
I'll be second from the back on my broom.
Okay.
I'll go close to Lyra, to Leela, sorry, in case anything
You're incredibly close to Lyra.
jumps out at her.
Okay. Are you going on the carpet or are you footing?
I'll foot for now.
Carter, Cedric, Asher.
I mean, I'm just gonna walk at this point.
I'll take the carpet then.
All right. Now so we'll hop on the carpet.
What's the worst?
Carpet's doing this.
It's fine.
Yeah, I know it's got.
I'll walk in the middle.
Okay.
Or middle-ish.
Lish. All right. So, continue on the passageway. It takes you another 10 minutes to get down, but you start coming across these mushrooms that are sprouting out into this area.
I will point out the types that I know and tell everyone about them
Mm-hmm.
in a whispery way.
Sure. Make a stealth whisper. No.
It's a good job I didn't go for my dice then.
I mean, that'd be a sleight of hand check to try and eat one without anyone noticing.
No, I will point out the types that I mentioned so people know what they do.
Okay. Alrighty. So you're now coming up to the entrance of this tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Is the big electric? Can we see big electric boy?
Not from where you are. If you're stopping short of the open entrances because of where the mushrooms start, then you are about 20 feet or so back. You can't see that because he's essentially sucked it to the ceiling.
Have the mushrooms started reacting in any way to us being close to them?
Don't appear to be.
Okay. How far away are we from the nearest batch?
A few feet.
Okay. I turn to Ash and go, do you want to go in a bit further? You guys
I mean, we can.
You could try flying across, and if it works fine, your passengers can hop off and you can come back for the rest of us.
Yeah. Okay.
Before you, I will re-ask the question. Now that Cedric has eyes on some of the more unknown, like the large mushroom, for example, does he have any additional information about that?
You can't quite see the large mushroom yet. So you're still out of sight of one of them, but you have got the clusters of the mushrooms.
Anything? There was
make a name check.
because there was two we couldn't identify, wasn't there?
There are two that didn't have names.
Okay, I mean, I'm not actually that good at nature, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. What was your check, by the way?
10.
10.
24.
24. Okay, 10. No new information for you.
Stupid nature being an intelligence mod.
Wow, that's strange.
Well, the nature's intelligence. Well, yeah, because it knows
It's not
stuff.
knowledge.
Yeah, I know.
Are these mushrooms good for medicinal purposes? Just because am I better with medicine?
Sure, make a medicine check.
Oh, I rolled a 1. 6.
Do you get the sense that some of these mushrooms would be good for curing various ailments? You, you would need to consume them in order to gain their full restorative powers.
If the opportunity arises, I may just do that.
Oh God.
Yes, as Laura says, they restore ailments by ending them and everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a moment, we've got a moment. Yeah.
No, he knows he's intelligent enough not to wade out into the potentially dangerous mushroom field. But if there's one on its own, or
There are clusters of them in this
there's a
tunnel.
few, it's just maybe when a slightly less dangerous environment.
Moment. Okay. So Asher and Leela are floating out. Okay. As you make your way out,
Slowly.
both of you make a stealth check, please.
Can I cast guidance? I'll cast guidance on myself.
I would
Cast
say,
it on yourself. I'm sure that would be the one.
I would say,
Terrible!
I would say, guidance has a verbal component. Casting
Okay.
guidance would ruin stealth.
Is Asher falling off the carpet, Connor?
I'm just not very stealthy.
Do the drones have to do it as well?
Are they coming with you?
Yes.
Then yes. Oh,
My game was when I was select.
19 for me,
mhm.
8 for Droney, 17 for Dronad.
Okay, Asher.
-1. I come across there. Oh, say, can you
Okay, so as Asher stands there, hi guys, I'm stealthy.
I'm just stretching Leela doing a I can show you the world with Asher.
Titanic!
I'm king of the world.
Cedric? When I rolled it, she was like, I'm going to cast guidance. Oh, are the drones coming? I'm like, well, they might as fucking well.
So as you start to set off, Asher.
Bring the band with you as well. Why not? Has anyone got a tambourine I can...
Asher's armor contained within the ring. She takes a slight step forward and just nudges it slightly, spilling the armor out onto the carpet, rolling off onto the floor. At which point there is a sudden static of electricity that arcs through this mushroom at the top. And a burst of 2 spore types erupts out of the mushrooms below. I need both of you to first of all make
Something dexterous, probably.
No, make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, my second worst stat.
As the first burst comes from the what was known as the elephant's kiss, or kiss of the elephant, the tendrils burst up and thrust the sort of pink spores up into the air. It's not, no.
Congratulations.
Did you say 1 or 2?
So there were 2 saving throws, but the first one's intelligence.
Okay, 17.
24.
Okay, what was yours, Asher?
17.
17. That is a failure for you. You are fine. You're over 20, yeah?
Jesus.
So as as you feel these spores land upon you, your hat instinctively goes for your sword. But as you do, your memories and your muscle reactions on how to use this fades slightly. Your proficiency bonus is reduced by 1.
Okay.
Oh, God.
The other saving throw.
Why did I not make my favourite enemy plants?
Because how often do you?
Because no one ever does.
No.
Is that just attack rolls, isn't it? That.
No, that's everything that uses your proficiency modifier. So any saving throws, your spell save DC goes down by 1.
Way to go, Luke. You picked the one thing you can't customize.
Yeah. Sorry. Just got to remember a -1. And I need you both to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that's charisma. My bad. I want con.
Whatever.
Oh, that's way.
Are you proficient in Constitution saving throws, Connor?
Constitution? No.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Okay.
28.
28 and 29.
28.
Oh, 28 and 28. Okay. You're both fine from this as you feel these sort of metallic iron spores just sort of settle on you and seem to just sort of pinch into the skin, and then they fade away. I need everyone to roll initiative.
That's good.
I'm going to pop you guys out there. As we're just going to pop on mute for a second whilst Matt puts his dinner in the microwave.
Worst idea ever.
Yes, as Laura said, we're going on an adventure. Sorry, I have the mic muted for a second because of the humming in
They
the
saw me
background.
dancing and hear me sing, which is probably a good thing.
Okay, so initiatives, please. Kalatar.
Hang on.
Oh god.
I've rolled it.
All right, fine. Lyra.
22.
22. Foundling.
10.
Kalatar.
16.
Asher.
Would have been 16, now 15.
Oh, you don't actually. Oh, of course you do. You have half your proficiency because of the book. Leela.
5. The worst roll yet tonight.
Kifina.
17.
And Cedric.
18.
-1.
For me, I meant.
Okay, so top of the round then, as I bring up the combat cam for because I inevitably saw this going poorly.
Yes. D&D.
You need to be very quiet. Get the person who's always really bad at being quiet.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, who passed the stealth check?
None of us.
Nobody. Okay, so this is where you guys are at the moment. You have all heard the clank, 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 clank of the armor falling to the floor. So,
Have we all sighed in unison?
probably.
Hey, I'm not in control of this outfit.
No, not at all. So that brings us to the top of the round, Lyra. You have heard the armor clank to the ground and have assumed that something has gone awry here.
Who could have foreseen that?
I know.
So it looks like there's a little way in front of me before the mushrooms actually start.
Yeah, a little way, because that was sort of where Leela and Ash were. There are still patches of them along the walls. I just haven't drawn them in fully. So if it makes it clearer for you, there are some smaller patches here and here, and a few near Cedric because he likes them.
Okay, I will go forward. I think about where Leela and Asher took off. I should be able to see them from there, can I?
Yes, you can. Just about.
So can I see any actual threats?
From where you are, you just see the sort of the last of the spores trickling down, but no physical threats. You just see Asher's armor lying on the ground, or at least parts of it.
I have no idea what to do. That doesn't help, does it?
Not me, no.
No. I'm going to call. What's happened?
Bees.
You can use your reaction to say a couple of seconds of dialogue.
Mushrooms are attacking. Mushrooms hurt. Don't touch the mushrooms. They listen.
Sorry, are they still on the carpet or are they on the ground crushing?
They're on the carpet. The mushroom spore burst out to quite a sizable amount.
Right. I think I'm just going to stay here for now because I'm not sure what would actually be constructive.
Okay, Cedric, you're up. Are you going to hold your action to do anything, by the way, or prepare anything?
I'm not sure I'm prepared enough even to do that.
Okay. If anyone wants a point of reference, I'm going to put this here. This will just represent the big mushroom that's hanging up from the ceiling.
Is it not in the center? Is it off to the side?
Yeah, but no, it is in the center. I've just put it there because of the fact that there's something else in the middle and I haven't got my combat tiers.
Yeah.
That's just easier to show that it's there. All right, Cedric.
So I just remembered something. I will, whilst I'm gripping the staff and I've been using it to cast Pass Without a Trace, oh yeah, and I will cast Speak with Plants through it.
Okay.
And I will move forward to the first kind of like group of mushrooms in this bigger cluster, I guess.
So about where you probably would have to go beyond Lyra to get into that area.
Sure.
Okay.
And I will say, excuse me, I know that you may have just attacked our friends, but we just want to pass through. Is that okay?
Could you not?
So you pass 30 feet of you with a sentient animation, giving you the ability to communicate with you with your simple commands. It's a hard thing to do when you're talking to a field of mushrooms because they are a collective mass that seems to respond all at once. It's sort of...
You were talking.
As the mass of them sort of try and respond at the same time, but there is no unifying singular voice that comes from them.
I'll point at one and say, you talk, please.
Hi.
Can you summarize everything that everyone else just said?
I grow! As it grows to about a foot tall and then shrinks down again.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Can we pass through, please, without being attacked? Why not?
That is all you're going to get out of this
Fair.
round.
Yep.
All right. It is now the mushroom's turn. So we are going to have this time. Yep, that would get all four of you. So there is another burst of these pink spores to come out. I need all four of you, so Asher, Leela, Lyra, and Cedric, to make intelligence saving throws.
Sure.
This is where Ross wishes he hadn't given up his druid.
What could possibly go wrong other than rolling a 2?
Oh no.
For a total of 2.
Total of 2, okay. So 2 for Cedric. Leela?
I cast guidance on myself.
Not for a second. Wouldn't work for a saving throw.
Natural 1.
Total of...
It's 11.
Okay, so not that bad. That's actually you've actually saved yourself from quite a hefty penalty there. Asher
12.
and Lyra.
9.
Oh, fuck.
We're not a
So
smart party.
Cedric and Lyra, the two of you, your memories of casting spells, hunting, the prayers that you have done, the deeds that you have done, and the experience that you have gained withers away to virtually nothing. Both of you, your proficiency bonus goes down by 3. Ugh.
Okay.
But Asher and Leela, your proficiency goes down by 2.
Is it psychic?
No.
Just
There's no psychic damage that's happening to you.
okay.
This
So
is just
down by 2.
both of you. Yeah, so Asher. So now Asher, Lyra, and Cedric have got their proficiency bonuses down by 3 total, and yours is down by 2. The other set of spores is the noxious spores. So I need, noxious spores. So I need all 4 of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god!
This is against poison, if that makes a difference.
I got 2 20s in a row. No, I got 2 1s in a row.
Oh, hang on.
You did just nearly kill Luke though, so that's a good start.
I need to go back and watch that.
I got non-generic cola up my nose.
I was saying, just spat it all over the floor.
Well, it wasn't. Well, luckily I hadn't taken the drink. It was just the bit that gets stuck in the rim.
Oh, why did I miss that? I'm gonna go back and watch that.
It's
I've
on-
just seen something on my character sheet.
Which is
Advantage against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement.
they are not magically created to impede movement.
Loophole!
Damn.
They are. Yeah, that's for you ignoring difficult terrain that is caused by plants. This is not difficult terrain. This is just terrain that's being difficult.
Yes.
Did not give him advantage.
Oh,
No, because
the terrain is being difficult.
yeah, because the terrain in this instance is being sentient and is actually being a problem. No, because that's not going to help you against spores. So yours was a natural 1.
Which was if it's minus 2 magic.
Con.
It's 8.
8. Okay. So you are poisoned. Cedric,
19.
you are poisoned. Asher,
26.
you are not poisoned. Lyra,
22.
you are not poisoned.
Woo!
But that is the end of their turn. Brings us to Kafina.
Woo! Okay. Oh, I don't know why it switched camera thingies. Right. So, quick question. I have trouble casting stuff on my broom, don't I?
Depends what you're casting.
If something that has whatever it's called when you have to use your hands.
Somatic components. I mean, if you've got one hand free, you can use somatic components. You can sit on the broom and use one hand to cast somatic components. That's fine.
Cool beans, cool beans. My broom gives me 30-foot fly. Am I able to get within 30 feet of Big Mushroom?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets you there.
Okay. If I moved another 30 feet, would I be within 30 feet of the mushroom?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're heading up so that you got it at an angle, then yes, you will be within 30 feet.
Brilliant.
Because
So that's
it's about 45, 50 feet up in the air.
nice.
So you would have to basically take the top of the tunnel and go up.
Yeah. All right. Well, as long as I can get within the all crucial 30 feet, I'm going to cast use Quicken to cast Blight on it.
On the big fungus.
On the big one, yeah, and it rolls the con save with disadvantage because it is a plant.
It does.
And if it's a non-magical plant, such as a tree or a shrub, it doesn't make the saving throw. It simply withers and dies. But I'm guessing these are magical.
It has an element of magic to it.
Yeah.
Luke, just while you're hunting for that, if I rolled a 20, will I still be poisoned?
A 20 is the DC.
I have advantage with saving throws for being poisoned through Genesis.
Did you just roll a 20?
I rolled a 20. I rolled one more
Okay,
than
you
my
are not
19.
poisoned then. So the saving throw on that is a 23, Jared.
Even with disadvantage.
It has advantage against magic and magical effects.
Oh. Could I tell that from this casting of it?
Maybe. I mean, it resisted this spell. You don't know that specifically. It has a resistance to magic and magical effects. You just know that it resisted this spell.
All right. I got your number. All right. Well, that's everything I can do. So turn done.
Does it not do damage on a successful save?
Oh, actually, has no. No, wait, hang on.
The spell deals maximum damage to it but it still succeeded on the saving throw, so it does take.
So it would
damage maximum. So 8 times 8 is 64. 64. So it takes 32 points damage.
Nice.
What?
Wait, how did I do eight quicker than you did?
Because I was reading and speaking at the same time.
Don't antagonize him. He's in a position of power.
No, we want to. Yeah, Matt, you keep antagonizing him.
Well, so then he starts kind of.
Everyone else's characters just miraculously walk through this.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
the
now that it has been targeted, comes alive, the elder fungus is going to use a legendary action to decompose.
Yeah, you killed it.
It's killing itself, yeah!
Nope. It targets Lyra. The mushrooms that are surrounding Lyra's feet and sort of nearby start to grow up and start to wither away at various parts of Lyra's flesh. Lyra, you take 14 points of necrotic damage.
Is there no like roll to hit or save or anything?
No.
Wow!
Just no.
Because
It's called
screw
fuck you
that's all
damage.
right.
Yeah!
I think it is, yeah.
I mean, given that this thing's main thing is just doing debilitating effects, that's its only damage dealer, apart from the other thing. So.
Wow!
Yeah.
That's not what
What I have a feeling the other thing is mushroom cloud. It just nukes us.
Yes, you can't meet your swarm.
I should have bought the cat.
That's the end of the turn. Kelsa. This is fun, guys, right?
Shut up.
Get out.
Get out for that comment and the fun.
Ashley, you're up next.
Really, really do not know what to do. I will.
Be bewildered.
Yeah. Kind of not knowing what is going on and
As matter of Kelsa.
both
Okay.
mainly Matt.
Okay.
In a big room of deadly
Well,
mushrooms.
Kelatar isn't. He's back here. He hasn't actually seen the deadly mushrooms. Although he has seen some mushrooms threaten Lyra's foot.
But also at the same time, Kalatar doesn't trust anything because the last fight that he had, he was confused for the entire thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just doesn't trust any kind of fight in it. I will use my movement
Okay.
to walk as far along the tunnel as I can, which I think gets me behind Lyra and Cedric.
Yes, it does.
I presume from this vantage point I cannot see the giant mushroom.
You cannot see the giant mushroom. No.
Cool, that's fine.
If it makes it easier, I will draw a line for where the giant mushroom is visible from. Sort of there-ish.
Okay. I will hold my action
Okay.
to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
If I see anything that I think is harmful in my that suddenly appears in my field of vision.
Okay. That be your bonus action? Are you done?
That is my turn.
All right. Asher.
I will turn and look at Leela and say, maybe it's time for a tactical retreat. It's like running away, but far more cooler. Because I don't think there is much to be won here by fighting it. We just need to get through it as fast as possible.
Okay. Are you doing anything, Asher?
I don't want to jump off this carpet, so no.
Okay. Foundling, you're up then.
Yeah, how much am I aware of has happened, of what's been happening?
I mean, you saw some flashes of some spores, maybe. You've heard people go, ah! And have watched Kavina just sort of fly away, and Kelatar wander up and sort of hold some magic in his hands. Confused, but not as confused as he was earlier.
Right.
Yeah, I probably don't really know what's going on, so I will wander up to join the other three. Let's say I'm taking the dodge action just for the hell of it. But basically, I'm going. Can I sort of spend my turn getting filled in on what's happened, essentially?
Sure. Yeah, you basically take a defensive stance and just survey what's going on. Still can't see the big threat, the big problem, but you can see the mushroom field and things going on there. All right, no worries. That ends Fang's turn. At the end of the turn, it's going to use a legendary action to decompose Cedric.
Yay!
Cedric, you take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okie dokie. No worries.
And that ends the legendary action. Mila.
Fly away, fly away, fly away.
Okay, so using your action to fly.
Yeah, to the other side.
Okay.
Direct.
What's the movement to your carpet? 30 feet.
30.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 gets you there.
Yes.
That is all.
Can it not dash?
The carpet itself can't dash. The flying carpet can because it grants. Sorry, the broom can because it effectively grants you a speed, but the carpet itself has its own limited speed and it can't take its own actions. So.
I don't want to anger them.
Sound advice.
Yeah.
I don't want to anger the mushrooms.
No, I think I'll wait until you've gone across and assess
And then anger them.
and then assess the situation.
Well, that's a lot to get out. Drone and drone ads. I'm going to pop them on the carpet.
That's fine, yeah, they're tolerant on.
Okay. That ends the turn. Brings us back to the top of the round to Lyra.
Lyra's going to say the Sylvan equivalent of fuck this.
Yeah.
She will. This is going to be a terrible idea. She's going to cast haste on herself.
Yeah, okay.
And then just book it to the other side of the room.
Haste is so forecast.
So she's got like 180 feet of movement.
And doesn't give a shit about difficult terrain.
Yep.
Okay, so you basically run around, out of the room, out to the end of the corridor, beyond where these particular mushrooms are.
I don't suppose I caused all of them to like be set off in my wake.
As it happens, no, you did not seemingly trigger these mushrooms.
Well, that was sort of best case scenario. I didn't really think that would happen.
Okay. Anything else, or are you done?
I will let haste drop at the end of my turn.
Okay, so you lose your next turn.
Yep.
Okay. Cedric.
I mean, I have a similar plan. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do it with that. I'm trying to weigh up two options. I think I'm going to go for the safer but not safer approach. I'm going to use a 6th level to slot to cast Freedom of Movement on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run 40 feet basically into the middle, more or less, of this field.
Yep, that gets you about there.
And then, just in case... Oh, no, I already used it, don't I? Then I end my turn.
Okay, the end of the turn, the fungus is going to... The elder fungus, as this is the thing, is going to decompose its final legendary action for another 9 points of damage to Cedric.
Okie dokie. Oh, am I touching wait, I'm touching the ground, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You do heal.
Yeah, didn't do that last time. I'll do that now.
But what does happen is you notice that as the mushrooms come up and sort of shoo away at where where Gaia's protection is coming from, it seems to be feeding up to this giant mushroom at the top, where it had parts of it had withered at the cat from Kafina's spell. It seems to have reinflated and reinvigorated itself.
Okay.
So that is now its turn. We'll see if those three come back. Yes, no, and no. Okay, it doesn't have a choice on this one. So I need 4. Let's see, I'll burst out another 2 spores in a 20-foot radius. That would catch all 4 of you. So Kafina, Leela, Asher, and Cedric, can you each make a dexterity saving throw?
Luke, did you not see me mouthing wisdom at you?
No, because I've got the D&D Beyond page for free stuff. So I actually can't see anyone. Dex save, please.
Oh my god.
Is it a 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also rolled 2 1s this evening and just rolled another one again.
3 1s in a row.
So you rolled a 1, Cedric rolled a 1.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Asher.
I got a
Okay by
16.
mushrooms.
I got a
Who's
16, which I really feel like you guys are letting the side down here.
Minus 2.
Got 3.
You got a 3. Okay, so the spores this time are from the sort of the icy mushrooms that spire out. They start off small, and as they roll and gather momentum in the air, they turn into sort of ice balls that bludgeon into you. All 4 of you are knocked prone. I'm going to need for Leela and Asher to make a dexterity check to see if you fall off the carpet. The same for you, Kafina.
I'm going off the fucking carpet. A check or set.
I'll say it's a saving throw. Dexterity saving throw.
Dex save, did you say?
Yes.
It's unnatural 20.
Okay, you're fine. You're still on the carpet. Asher,
13?
you're fine. You're still on the carpet.
Oh, God. Thank God I'm not proficient.
Yeah, I know, right?
19?
19, you're fine. You're still on the carpet. However, you are technically knocked prone, so you and the broom are brought to the ground.
I'm okay with that.
Cedric, you are also knocked prone. So Cedric, Leela, and Tafina, you each take 39 points of cold damage.
39.
You are resistant, and I know, Asher, you're immune to cold damage at the moment.
I
aren't
am with my shield, yeah.
you? Yeah, so you take none of that.
I gotta add those teeth. Woof.
Wait, where is...
Yeah,
oh,
so
right,
you
it's a level
take-
1. Sorry, I'm just quickly looking for the spell description so I don't muck it up. You said it was cold, right?
Yes, I did.
I can use absorb elements on this, can't I?
Yes.
Cool. So first Arcana. Yes, that's fine for the Arcana. Cool. All right. So I only take half damage from that now, right?
So that's 20 points of cold damage.
20 points. Thank you.
And then I need the 4 of you to make Constitution saving throws.
I'd love to. What is with D&D Beyond's dice rolling tonight?
Yeah, it's
Is it
rough.
No.
I don't. It's just. I think Beyond rolling the initiative has been really shit.
28.
You roll an 18 for initiative. I don't think that's true. 28.
Yeah, that's what I mean. After that, though, everything.
I see. 20. So 28 for Asher, with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cedric.
11.
Okay. Kafina.
12?
Okay. Constitution save. Okay. So Kafina, Cedric, and Leela. The 3 of you feel these spores come into you, and they start compressing you as they surround you,
No!
and you shrink.
Ha!
So
Oh,
Kafina and Cedric are now small creatures. Leela is tiny.
Cute.
Your size is halved in all dimensions, and your weight is 1/8 of its normal.
Oh, we can all fit on the carpet now.
Until the effect ends, you have disadvantage on strength checks and saving throws, and your weapons are also shrunk to the new size, so they deal 1d4 less damage. but the damage cannot. It's a minimum to a minimum of 1.
I like how there's no condition called shrunk.
I mean, it's effectively the enlarge reduce spell effect.
Yeah.
You are.
So hang on, so we've got Cedric, Lyra.
My drones are still the same size though.
Actually, they are in the area of effect, but they are not creatures. They don't have their own.
On straps.
I mean,
They just get
creatures.
scrap compacted.
I mean, they can take damage because they haven't got hit points. Make a
Make
Constitution saving throw for the drone.
They don't have it, so it's just a straight throw.
Okay,
I don't think they've got. No, they wouldn't have a con
they've got a
save.
5% chance of succeeding.
I was going to say it's crit or bust then.
Yeah,
Do they have a con save? I'm sure it's only like.
I think it's just strength and dexterity.
Strength and dex, yeah. Okay. Come on! So an 18 and a 6.
Both the drones have been shrunk.
Oh, at least my friend with me.
So we've got shrink. So Asher is the only one that hasn't been shrunk but got hit by that. So Cedric.
I'd love to see a tiny Asher running around with a sword.
Yeah, I know, right? Shatterfang would shrink proportionally as well, but
I kind of, because my strength would still be the same, I'd kind of want it not to. Holy.
Kafina, you suddenly have very strong vibes of when you're a halfling again.
Yeah.
And Leela, you feel like you're a baby again.
I'm like Baby Groot.
You are. You speak a lot faster than Baby Groot.
Yeah, a lot more words. Okay.
All right. So that will end the Elder Fungus. Kafina, you're up.
Yay. Did the broom shrink with me?
I'll say no. The broom and the carpet did not shrink.
Cool beans. Did I see Cedric shrink?
Probably yes. Your past perception is pretty high.
Cool. The flying spell of the broom should still be active. So I'm going to fly past Cedric. So I guess I'll use my movement and then hold my action to. Can I not use 30 to get up to him?
You were prone, so no.
Oh yes, prone.
You were effectively knocked off the broom, but you were still holding on to it. But it was still sort of floating.
Yeah, so like I know we're using turns and that, but what I'm trying to do is basically fly by and see if I can get Cedric to grab the broom. And because now that the broom didn't shrink, right? So it should be.
You can hold a dash action if you wanted to dash if Cedric got on the broom with you.
Yeah, all right. That's what I'll do. I'll hold the dash action to go past Cedric and follow everyone else out of the cave.
Okay, your speed would then still be another 15 feet because your speed this round is only 15.
Yeah, that's cool.
So just letting you know. Okay, no worries.
Mm-hmm.
Kelatar. Why do I see shenanigans?
Because shenanigans are happening.
There are many Baby Groot memes now flying around.
Many.
Sorry. How far forward would I need to walk in order to be able to see the tunnel that we're trying to get to?
I mean, what's your dark vision radius? 60 feet. You would need to get within 60 feet of it.
Is it not a bit glowy in here?
There's a little bit of bioluminescence, but not a huge amount.
Which I'm basically virtually within anyway.
Not from where you are.
Not far off.
I mean, this whole passageway is 60 feet, so 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, you're just shy of it from where you are.
Okay, I will walk forward 10 feet. I will cast Dimension Door.
Okay. Okay.
To the tunnel.
Okay.
I will then use the rest of my movement to move further up the tunnel.
All right, so you leave Foundling behind. Cool.
Foundling's fine.
You know,
Foundling's fine.
He's fast.
they are fast.
Yes, they are fast.
All right. that ends your turn, Kalatar. So at the end of the turn, the Elder Fungus is going to decompose Cedric again. Cedric's the only one that is within touching distance. Cedric, you take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okey-dokey.
That ends the turn. Asher! You are currently prone.
Can I protectively scooch Leela? Because I feel like she could get now just batted off this very easily.
Sure, you can basically do the parental sit, like you can like sit cross-legged around and you've just got the baby.
Yeah, just to because like one small jolt on this carpet and the driver's going.
Yeah, so you basically the baby is driving the car whilst you're sitting in the driver's seat.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That is all.
Is that everything?
That is all. I can't do anything else.
Okay, family.
Okay, so Cedric's on the ground and shrunk.
Yes.
Is anyone else on the ground?
Kafina is hovering not far off the ground, but only about 5 feet.
Okay. How far would you say it is from where I am to the opposite side?
It's about in a straight line. It's about 40-ish. Oh no, it's about 60 feet-ish. Oh, from where you are though.
Yeah.
You're probably about 80 feet.
80 feet. Okay, I think that should be just about fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would like to use my movement and a Step of the Wind bonus action dash
Yeah.
to basically run from one side to the other. But on the way, I'm going to use my action to grapple Ickle Cedric and basically try to take him with me out of the...
Okay. So that is, to get there is 9 of your movement. Your movement currently is...
55 feet around.
So 110, which is... Oh god, hang on. So that's 22 squares, and you move 9. So when you're taking Cedric with you, your movement would be halved.
That's
so-
fine.
So you're now down to, hang on, so 22 down by 9 is 13, so you lose some of that, so that's 6, we'll say.
That's fine. So 6 more.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're just on the edge of the mushroom field.
Okay. Probably going to be a silly question.
Yes.
Making a grapple is 1 attack.
Yes.
I have multi-attack.
You do.
Can I use my other attack to try to throw Cedric clear of the mushrooms?
Can I yeet Cedric is basically what he's asked.
Technically, you could make a ranged weapon attack.
Okay, I will make a ranged weapon attack with a Cedric.
Make a ranged attack roll. This is using your strength rather than your dexterity because you're trying to throw a person.
That's fine.
This is not a monk weapon.
Cedric is not considered a monk weapon.
I have the
Why not?
arms out.
Yeah, you do have all of your arms out, so you can basically just forearm yeet.
Everyone should not right
spin
weapon
punch.
they want to be.
So 15.
Okay, Cedric is off the right handed. you do take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you hit the wall.
I'm dead. No, I'm just kidding.
But you land prone at Kelatar's feet.
I go, thank you!
You're about when you sort of sit there, you are still about a foot shorter than Kelatar now. When you go back to your feet.
Hello.
Okay, that's my turn. That went well.
Fly the carpet, fly the carpet. Just get us out of here.
So that gets you pretty much there. I'll just put it off the side of the map because of where family. Actually, I can move family there. Family is underneath you.
Okay, can we go out now?
Not quite.
Ah!
So top of the round, Lyra.
I missed my turn.
That's right, because you hated Cedric. You heal at the start of your turn.
Woohoo!
You are back to full, I imagine.
Oh wow. That big juicy 7 on my healing. I kind of don't know what to do now because I kind of thought I'd still be trapped in the field of mushrooms, and I'm not, which is quite nice.
By the way, Kafina, you could have used. You can use your reaction to dash because Cedric has been taken care of.
Yeah, I'm semi-wondering whether or not it's useful, because I'm the only target now, and I'm probably going to get hit with that cold attack, so I might want my reaction.
Okay.
Because I can't make it out with 30 feet, can I?
Well, you've only got 15 feet of movement anyway, so no.
Oh, but wait.
I said this on your turn. You were prone, so you only had half movement this turn.
Oh, is that
With the
how it works?
Yes.
Okay, I thought just the movement chunk was halved and not other. Okay, interesting. Fair enough.
Anyway, Cedric.
I would like to spend my turn trying to figure out if this can be reversed somehow, these effects. I don't know whether that's a...
Make an Arcana check.
That was not what the answer I wanted, Luke, but I will make the Arcana check for you.
Actually, do you know what? This would fall under nature.
That's
because it is a natural effect that's happened.
It's not any better, but I appreciate the effort you just put in to change it. If you said...
it took so much effort on my part to change the word Arcana.
If you said medicine, good. If you said survival, even better. But it's plus 10 to plus 0 to Arcana and plus 0 to nature, so it's a big 8.
8, maybe. Maybe one of the mushrooms that you could have eaten earlier would have solved all the problems.
How much do I have? Any kind of? I've got movement, haven't I?
You have, yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go eat a mushroom.
Okay, which one?
Do I know the one that caused me to get smaller?
Okay, so that's one of the growing, shrinking fungi.
Is there one nearby?
There is, yeah, underneath the carpet. You can sort of wander over.
There's no problem. It's not like I can get any smaller, right? I'll eat one.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
18.
Cedric eats the mushroom that grows bigger in his hand and shrinks down again. Pops it in.
Cedric! Oh, boy. He's still tall.
Well,
4 foot tall anyway.
Well, no,
that didn't work.
He's gone from 4 feet down to 2 feet.
That's it. Keep shrinking. We'll shove you up Zuggtmoy's butt.
So as Cedric shrinks again, he just sort of sits there munching, going, "Oh no!" Cool. That is the end of Cedric's turn. I guess, unless you want to do anything.
That's it. Eat another mushroom.
So that does mean that your weapon attacks will go down by another d4.
That's fine.
You're now 2d4 negative, but as a minimum 1.
KKK.
That brings us to the Elder Fungus. So I now need to see whether any of these spores come back. No. Yes. 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 Okay. Because the spores go 20 foot.
No!
It's just on the edge here. It just misses Lyra. Oh! So, Kalatar, Cedric, Leela, Foundling, and Asher, each of you make intelligence saving throws.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Almost as good as wisdom?
Almost. I can actually without the ring.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Nope. So, Kalatar,
22.
you're fine. Cedric,
5.
your proficiency bonus goes down by 3.
I
Another
Yep.
have a -1 proficiency bonus, I think. It went down, wait, did it go back down? It went back down 3 last time, didn't it? I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're now
negative.
now lost 6. Leela,
20.
okay, you're fine. Asher,
8.
your proficiency bonus goes down by 3. Foundling,
11.
fail.
Diamond Soul. Reroll.
Yeah.
Worse.
And you have to take the new number, I believe.
Do I?
I will double check with Diamond Soul.
Probably.
I thought you could re-roll
Yes,
Diamond Soul.
no. Yeah, I have to take the second result.
Yeah.
So that was a natural 1, which leaves me with a 7.
Oh.
So your proficiency goes down by 3.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Then the second spores that go off.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, we're not the damaging ones, so it's the shrinking spores again.
Oh, no.
The same 5 people make Constitution saving throws.
Ah, hang on.
Or the
What's,
same
Oh no.
what's the load type?
minuscule. Leela?
When do I get to like Ant-Man level and I'm just like
You
passing
shrink
through
the green
time
molecule.
basically? Yeah.
9.
Shrink another. God. Cedric?
20.
Okay, so you do not shrink any further. But Leela is now only 6 inches high.
I'm still holding her.
Yeah, you know.
Just vanish.
You have a pocket, Leela.
22. 22. What was that family, sorry?
You now have a pocket, Leela.
Yeah, exactly. Just sit in the pocket and fire things off. Although, on the plus side, you and Cedric can now fly around in the drone if they don't fail.
Oh.
Did the drones fail?
Yes.
So you...
7 and 18.
7 and 18. Okay, you can still sit on the drones, but they're now tiny little drones. Cedric? Oh, you already...
I've got 20.
Asher?
24.
You're fine, Foundling?
10?
Oh, Foundling shrinks.
No, Diamond Soul, because that went so well last time.
Diamond Soul.
8.
Foundling, you are now tiny. Oh, sorry, you are small.
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 Yeah,
Welcome to E35, where the wandering stars, the greatest defenders of the known planet, are munchkins going in to fight against the demon.
Stealth rolls should be better though.
I mean, this is true.
Oh, yay.
I would say if you are much smaller than you used to be, you would have advantage in stealth roll.
I'd also say that it's going to take them 6 months to get to Zuggtmoy.
Yeah, you just get Lyra and Kelator to carry everyone.
What do you do on your turn on initiative? Pocket sand and just throw 6 adventurers in her face.
Kafina, you're up.
Sorry. My kid's just here.
They shrink.
So yeah, can 60 feet get me out of here?
Yes.
Then I will do that, and then just for good measure, probably Misty Step an extra 30 feet. Yeah.
You are now out of the passageway and out the tunnels.
Groovy. And that's every action I can take.
Kelator.
I would like to reenact a story that I heard in my youth, where this unknown adventurer was carrying someone referred to as the child.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to pick up Cedric as Grogu from Mandalorian and just start walking down the tunnel.
Because Cedric is now tiny, there's no restriction on your movement to this, so...
Luke, your camera's gone out of focus, by the way.
Better?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, small child.
Alrighty. So that is the end of Kelator's turn, yes?
Yes.
Alrighty, that is then Asher.
How high am I on this carpet?
There's a lot of mushrooms around. You're really high.
Ripping balls, mate.
You sure Ash is now driving the thing, so Ash can get about.
Yeah, you are probably about 10 feet off the ground.
Can I pilot this carpet now, or is
I
this...
would say you could. Yeah, you can take the reins away from the tiny little fetus that is.
I'd like to bring us to a swoop down 30 feet.
Yeah. Yep.
And try and address the situation. take stock, I believe it's. How the fuck? How the fuck? What the fuck? And why the fuck?
Oh,
I'm going to say that's your action. Those two
Yep.
questions are your action. Foundling?
I'm going to beat my little legs and run away.
Okay. scurry away. And then Neela.
What the hell?
And that is where you are out of initiative, and we will take our break. So this is going to be interesting.
You just really want us to die at this point, I think.
I
I'm becoming increasingly convinced.
I will give
He
you
always
a,
wants us to die.
And we're not going to die. We're going to go so small, we'll go subatomic.
I wanted to give you guys a completely different challenge.
And we ran from it.
Yeah.
I
I'm
believe running
outsmarted
from
by
it was
mushrooms.
possibly the correct response.
Some encounters are not.
Sometimes fighting is not the answer.
No,
I tried to talk to it, but
it is. And
They were little
well, you tried to
shits.
talk to a mushroom, and that one was an asshole.
hmm.
So yeah, we'll go take a break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. So 25 past, and we will pick it up from there. See you in a little bit. And we are back. So, having passed through the cavern of mushroom fun,
The mushroom bun.
you now stand with a very tiny Cedric and Leela, and a smaller than average Kafina, and a slightly smaller family,
Yes.
as well as having that debilitating effect that has torn away at your mind somewhat.
I've had everything thrown at me.
Yeah.
May Lyra try making an Arcana check to see how these effects might be reversed?
Sure, make an Arcana check, or nature, whichever you prefer. Yes.
Would my natural 20 from before we went through the minefield of doom come in handy?
I'm going to say roll a separate check for this one with advantage.
Yeah, either Arcana or Nature. 21.
Okay. So roll separate check with advantage just because your mind has sort of forgotten about
What am I
things.
checking?
So this would be Arcana or nature.
Well, my Arcana is basically like a plus 13, so let's go with that. Advantage.
Yes.
Yes, it's an improvement.
Not if you're proficient with it, it ain't.
Well, no, her proficiency is normally 15. It gives her plus 15 on it with proficiency. So it's
-2.
no, it'd be minus 4 for you because you've got double proficiency attached to it.
Okay, so 11 plus 11.
Plus 11.
30.
30 and the 21 for Lyra.
21, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I know, right? So, the two of you sort of spending a little bit of time thinking about these effects, they can be reversed. There are a couple of ways that these can be reversed. Magic is the most prominent of them. A greater restoration spell can end one of the effects at a time.
Yeah.
But in doing so, it does completely remove all levels of debilitation. So in a neutralizing of the, by using greater restoration to neutralize the shrinking effect, it would remove all levels of it and return to normal size.
It would.
Yes.
So
I
it
just feel
removes
like-
one type, but if you've been affected multiple times, it removes all times you've been affected by that one type.
Correct. It removes it's basically the same effect, but it's stacked. So,
That's not so bad.
but a greater restoration would not remove all the effects; it would just remove one of them.
I can get rid of my own poison, so I'm going to do that.
Okay, so you neutralize your poisoned condition with your thing. Is that energy that it uses to?
Yeah, it doesn't use my energy, it's my own my blood infuser.
Yes. It basically acts as dialysis and removes the poison from your blood. Okay.
How many times can we as a party cast Greater Restoration?
Currently, only twice more.
Someone else who can cast it now.
Okay, personally, only twice more.
Can you cast it, Kavina? Oh yeah, it's part of your
Clockwork.
Yeah.
Yep. Restoration. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many
technically-
diamond portions do you have?
Oh, I think I only have 2 actually. So forgot.
I have diamond dust. I have. How much diamond dust is it you need?
100 gold pieces worth.
So I have 1 casting's worth.
I made a bunch of diamond dust when we were back at our.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see. I've got 4 lots.
I've got a diamond.
Is there a chance? Is there a chance that these effects will just time out, say after God knows how long? Would any of us be able to figure out how long that might be?
The knowledge that Leela and Lyra sort of spent a bit of time contemplating, the toxins will eventually wear off, but it's a much slower process to do so. It's unclear. Different physiologies do it at different rates. It can be anywhere between a day and a week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It can vary.
I was thinking if it's around the hour mark, maybe a short rest wouldn't be bad, but no.
Hello.
If I take if an item comes off of me, does it grow back? Can I take off like can I like take my bag of holding off and like put it down on the ground, step away from it?
If you leave it completely, no, it does not regrow.
Because I've got the prisms in there.
Well, when you remove them from the that's a good
The
point.
tiny bag of holding
Ah.
that has the thing we're going to capture the big thing in.
Uh-oh.
So Leela's first to get cured.
I thought Asher had those.
No, I've got them in my bag.
Oh,
Ashley
okay.
didn't have a lot of room in hers.
Okay then.
I could actually cast the spell more than that because I forget I can meta magic up some extra spell slots. So
That's why I
What? Great restoration.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't take it. But I mean, I probably could, if I had a long rest and thought about it, I probably could swap it out.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This would have been really, really simple if I was still a paladin.
Yep.
Hide the pain.
I'll go ahead and use 100 of the 200 diamond dust that I have, and I will cure Leela, as that seems to be rather important to our mission.
Which thing are you curing of Leela?
The shrinkingness.
Okay, so you cast Greater Restoration, you blow the diamond dust between space, and you grow.
I mean,
I
you
put
could
my
basically
hold back
bury
on
her in it.
for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you're blowing in her face and she's just coated.
You just sprinkle it on top of her like salt.
Like Tinkerbell.
Salt Bay.
Yeah, essentially. And then you grow taller than Cedric.
Oh yeah.
You could have said that out loud. I still wouldn't have understood it, but then at least everyone else would have heard it.
Thank you. I mean, I'm small, but that small were taking the mickey. Oh no, my drones. Oh, they can fit in my hand. I'm gonna. Okay,
You've got tiny little ant drones.
Because they're not really gonna do a lot of damage, are they? So I'm gonna just
Put them back on.
I'm gonna put them to bed. I'm gonna switch them off, and they'll go into like. They're going into the bag of holding.
Okay, the tiny drones go to the bag of holding.
They're like little Apple AirPods now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
No, they're going into the bag.
Really
of
good,
holding.
really good stealth though. So if they need to go on stealth missions, they're great.
This is true. I can still see through them. Actually, no. I'll put Droney in the
I
bag.
like how you deliberate over which one, like it makes a difference.
Dronad had a good rolling with the scrying
That's true.
ago, so I'm going to keep Dronad out so she can scry for us.
Sure, Droney is put away and Dronad is still floating around.
I think I'm just going to keep him on my shoulder because that'll get really annoying. So.
Okay.
On my shoulder so he doesn't make a noise.
Okay.
Gee.
I was going to say, you changed gender like 3 times there.
They're gender fluid, they're machines.
Does
Okay.
anyone else need restoring of something? Explain to me, because other than the fact that I've shrunk and a bunch of viewers shrunk, I'm not sure if anything else.
So I currently can't remember how to do anything.
That's worrying.
Well, I can do things. I just can't do them as well as I could before.
Okay, well, whoever thinks they have the biggest need for a restore, well, debate amongst yourselves.
I'd
Probably
say
need to get the intelligence back up more than anything, because if they can't remember to do things, then I mean, really, Cedric, because he can cast well.
My proficiency bonus is usually +5, and at the moment it's -1.
Which
like
means-
same with Asher, isn't it?
which
I
means
mean, mine is reduced to +2.
Frederick's saving throw DC is now reduced by 6, effectively.
Yep. So I think those two need their proficiencies restored if possible.
Okay. Let me just have a moment. So I'm gonna meta magic up another 5th level spell slot, which is expensive because that's 7 points.
Okay.
And I'll use the last of my diamond dust to cure Cedric's de-skilling or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so the mind spores are erased from your system. So if your mind returns to normal, you are no longer debilitated as you were.
Thank you. I mean, I'm talking like this voice just so people know I'm talking in character, but actually it's more like thank you.
Interesting. D&D Beyond doesn't let you overwrite your proficiency bonus.
Yes.
No, I know. It's the
Literally the only box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Well, I
right.
think it's
To be fair, they probably would have gone through a development meeting and said, okay, guys, we need to make sure that we can modify everything on this. Do we need to include the proficiency?
No one's going to do
No
that.
lunatic is going to reduce the proficiency.
But it's super weird. I mean, if you're going to make fields editable, why just have one of them checked off? Because the code's there for doing it. So
I imagine it's the same as that meme. You know that meme where they're in the office and it's just like 3 people giving the same idea and there's one guy sitting on the end that goes to put it all in available to edit. Yeet.
Yeah.
right. So Asher needs another one too. Did someone else say they had diamond dust?
I can give you my diamond dust. I have enough for 1 casting.
I have enough for 4.
Okay. Well,
I have
whoever-
like £50 of raw diamond in this bag.
just smash you in the face with it.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah.
I feel like I have lost some of my skill as well as being small, but I could still probably manage to grind some metal if we needed dust.
Okay. So first thing, meta magic, a 3rd level slot into points. 1, 2, 3. That gives me 1 point in excess of what I'm after, which is another 7 to get another 5th level slot.
Okay.
And someone, say me and take 100 off your.
I'll take it off mine. The
You'll
only
take
one.
it off. And Asher heal.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
I now remember how to do sword.
You can remember how to do sword, you remember how to put on armor. It's great. You remember how to do
Hold the blunt end. Stick the
Yeah, I was
pointy
gonna
end into
say.
people.
It's like, man, I don't remember using a sword hurting this much, and you just holding the blade really tightly.
What's worse is the
Well,
dead
it's
guy
too
at my
heavy.
feet who's just been bludgeoned to death with their hilt.
Although it's Shatterbank, it's a great sword, it's holding it by the point and just whack. like a club, whack.
Because I need to make sure it's said, I'm going to do 2 level 1 slots and a level 2 slot back into sorcery points. So 4 more. I'm up to 5 now. That's reasonable.
Okay, Christina has 5 sorcery points left.
And running out of spell slots.
Yeah, I think everyone's out of everything at the moment.
Yep.
I actually have quite a lot of spell slots, but I have no useful spell to cast with them. So
A lot.
No spell
Like-
slots, no spells.
Bellatar's pretty much just cantrips his way through life.
I mean, I think I've used 3 slots.
Yeah.
In fact, talking about this, I'm going to use one of my channel divinities to harness divine power. As a bonus action, I can convert a spell slot of up to level 3. So I will get a level 3 spell slot back.
Nice.
Might as well.
Yeah, Cedric's fine. He's still
He's
small.
So tiny.
He's still a tiny Cedric.
I'm trying to avoid
No.
using my 7th level spell slot. I forgot I already used my 6th.
Yeah, that seems a bit excessive.
I didn't know whether I didn't want to get bogged down.
I mean, you might now. You're only a foot tall. Actually, how tall is Cedric now? You're 8 foot normally.
I'm normally just under 8 foot. Yeah.
So yeah, you're about 2 foot tall now.
Can I have him on my shoulder like Groot?
I mean, if you want to have a 2 foot tall,
I mean, I'm happy to carry him.
you're basically carrying around a reasonable sized toddler.
Shall I eat another mushroom? Would that make it easier?
I'd rather you didn't.
Oh, okay.
Not based on the last time you did that.
Well, I mean, I don't mind being carried around.
And you can still walk. You are 2 foot tall. Like, you're not like
Yeah, it doesn't actually affect your speed, does it?
no.
It should do, given that being
A half
less than
whatever. Yeah.
5 feet tall reduces your walking
Yeah,
speed
I
by
know.
5 feet.
I know, but then again, being larger than a medium creature doesn't increase your speed either. I don't know.
Science.
No, it's D&D, bruh.
Yeah, that's
Coast.
magic.
D&D go brah.
So, having spent time doing that, is there anything else that you guys are doing before you press on, or are you just sitting here?
Having a long rest.
Quickly, yeah, well, I think we'd all like that. Quickly sifting through my bag for a potion, which I think, got 1 greater. Cool.
How long have we spent sort of just doing all of this and hanging around and
This whole thing has taken maybe, let's say with the knowledge exchange and everything else, it's taken maybe 15 minutes.
okay, that's a lot of d6s. I'm full health again?
Yeah, you would be up by this point.
Oh wait, could we do short rest now?
If you want to continue on and make it a full short rest, you can. It's just Cedric's ability from the Mother's Embrace lets him heal while he's in.
Sorry, I thought he was short resting.
No.
But if you need a short rest, it's only going to be another 15 minutes.
How does everyone...
I'm using my second wind.
I would argue that because of the spellcasting and everything else that's been going on, if you were to take a short rest now, it would be the full length of time rather than what has happened before. Because of the panic and the spellcasting. It's not exactly been restful.
Yeah. I'm fine if everyone else is. I don't know how everyone else is doing in the imaginary world.
We're incredibly compromised as we are, and I think an extra half an hour might actually mean life and death for some.
Well, I feel pretty good apart from being small, but I'm happy to take a rest if anyone else wants to.
I could always scry on further whilst people are resting.
Do you not need a rest?
No, I'm fine.
It means I could get another level of power back and then get my divinity channeling back again.
I'm just saying, at this point, do you really want to go and fight a visionary when we're this low?
I'm going to be honest, I'd rather we had a full rest before we engaged, but I don't know how we're going to achieve that.
By this point, you guys have only really been awake for maybe 3 hours.
And that is why we would have to hold out for a long time.
You either have to hold out here or leave.
I have a method for doing a quick rest. We can get about an hour's rest in a rope trick. That would give us some time to patch ourselves and rest. It's 1 hour. Dimensional space, completely hidden.
That's good for short term. I think, well, it's risky going into this fight in at least the state that I'm in personally.
Okay. Well, so retreat then, because I don't think we're going to be able to have a full night's sleep here, unless Kalatai, do you...
Retreat, because we're just going to go back through the mushrooms.
I have a potential we at one point did have a rod that would eject us into a luxurious space and then would return us back to this exact space.
Wait,
which would allow us to have a long rest.
wait, I'm just rereading it. Because I just thought of exactly the same thing.
I could have sworn we lost that ages ago.
No, we
So
lost
you
lost
went
Skeletor.
after you lost Skeletor for a bit.
Oh, right.
We lost the player, not the staff. It was a staff
It has
or a
quite
rod
a
or
long
something.
cooldown, doesn't it? Once it's been
Does
used.
like a week, I think, or something like that.
But we haven't used it in a
Haven't
year.
used it for
About
months.
a year.
In game, it's been like 2 weeks since we last used it, but
We got to tap the gauge on it just to check that the little pointer.
No,
on the
I
is back
think
up.
we were in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, it's all the
Yeah.
way back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have used it once.
No, we've only used it the once.
No, Skeletor has used it.
Oh,
only
yeah.
Oh. He wanted a secret place to take his whores.
Yeah.
It
Doesn't
allows
it
us to
provide, though?
particular space, not a ton.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, but it would eject us back to where we are now.
Yes.
So we
Yeah,
could,
that's fine.
so time would still pass, but we could all have a rest in safety.
Yes.
I think we've left, and then we'll pop back in where we are and surprise them.
We're not in a hurry, are we, right now?
In that case, do we want to try going a little bit further, at least see what's coming up?
Maybe.
Would you need to attune to said rod?
Lena could scout
Mm,
with a drone.
yeah. Scout then yeet.
Do you
I
have
don't-
to attune to the rod, Skeletor?
I was just about to say, I don't think you do. I don't think that's an attunement.
What?
The rock. Nope.
I'm sure Skeletor can handle the rod without needing to concentrate too much.
Nope. Not an attunement. I can just go click over that.
I can just do this.
What, sorry?
Bollocks! It's not. It's a non-attunement item. You just press the button and it happens.
I want to hear what he said again. I thought he said you just need to say dick and it happens.
No, just click and it happens. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
well.
Click.
No,
Click.
Dick is the word of activation.
So yeah, it allows us to go to a lovely place full of flowers and trees and sunshine and loveliness
And boobs.
and boobs, and other appendages. And then we return to the exact point where we disappeared from. Oh, hang on. We can remain there for up to 200 days, divided by the number of creatures present.
A number.
So yes, I suggest Leela does a bit more scouting with the drone, and then we can decide whether to press on a bit further or hide out and go to this fantastical place.
Okay. So, you're sending the drones on ahead, or a drone on ahead.
Yeah, drone now can go.
I think it's drone nat at the moment, to be honest, based on its size.
Yay! I'll let you
Thank
have that one.
Okay, so the drone heads off and floats away. As it proceeds down the tunnel, it seems to bloom with more weird and wonderful fungi.
Oh, great.
Some of them are as large as elephants. Others hang from above and seem to be like passing vines as they grow. As Dronan sort of passes through, you see the tunnel about to widen up into the biggest cavern you've ever seen down here. Contained within it are 24 mushrooms of pale yellow and rancid brown. These massive fungi are what you believe, with your intense mushroom knowledge that you've gained for some reason, in existence. They are the largest in existence. They are surrounded by a field of acidic puffballs and poisonous vapors which hang in the air. The mushrooms themselves are all interconnected with bridge of shell fungi, and countless chambers have been hollowed out from within their rubbery fibrous stalks. The cavern itself glows with an almost radioactive luminescence, creating a space where there is no shadows and a high number of viewpoints. from where Dronad is, you can see that there are 3 other points of entrance. As Dronad moves forwards, it stops. It can't progress any further into this
Fly
chamber.
against the window.
Like,
Clunk.
Yeah.
Clunk. Okay, I'll bring her back.
that has taken probably about half an hour for Dronad to fly down there.
It's just small now.
Because it's small, it's also a fairly significant distance.
Okay.
You kind of get the sense it's just over a mile.
Oh boy. Okay. But was there anything else along this tunnel?
There was nothing. There were no creatures that were threatening
Okay.
at that moment.
Okay.
Are we
Were there any threatening fungi?
Farming asked, were there any threatening fungi? Didn't appear to be.
Not down the rest of this.
They weren't spotting up the drone as it
Tunnel.
flew through.
Not like these guys behind us.
Do you think?
Move a bit further away from that room.
Yeah, should we get closer to it so we don't have to worry about traversing this distance when we come back, and we can get straight into what I assume might be the target?
Yes, we could maybe investigate the mysterious barrier.
Kelatar, how
banging up against?
how quickly can you activate that item?
The greater part of 6 seconds.
Okay.
All it takes to push a button.
Yeah. Do we need to be holding hands or doing anything specific to trigger it? I don't remember what it was like when we used it last.
While holding this rod, you can use an action to activate it. The rod then instantly teleports or transports you and up to 199 other willing creatures I can see. So no.
No, all those people have to be touching the rod holder. Can you imagine?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
It's like that scene in Game of Thrones. We're all going, Nisa. They all just surround her.
Well, if that's the case, do you think maybe you could keep it at the ready for if something pounces on us, we'll just disappear?
I will clutch my rod.
Okay. You get the magic item out as well,
Yes.
or
In the other hand.
yeah.
He's got a rod in each hand.
You're wielding.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for all eventualities. Okay. So, as you all begin to progress down this passageway, I would like you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm
This is why we just should have left.
Alright guys, I'm not going to be confused.
Is this charming effect or anything?
This is not a charm effect.
It's a magical effect.
And Connor, if we left
Technically,
already, oh sorry.
It is technically a magical effect, so you would have advantage and you would have advantage.
And if we didn't do this today, we'd be doing it when we came back fully healed. So
Yes.
I think I know
One
what
is
I'm wrong.
arguably better.
oh yeah, because you guys have got all the proficiency issues. Sorry.
Keltar
17.
just fails. Oh. Leela,
21.
you're fine. Lyra,
Natural 1 for a big 4.
yay! Fail. Family,
Unnatural 20.
you're fine.
Oh no, sorry, it is actually 7. I don't have proficiency in that.
Oh, okay. Cedric,
21.
you're fine. Asher,
19.
you're okay. Tafina,
Crit fail +5.
you rolled a 1.
1. Yeah.
Well, okay, so Cedric, so Keltar, Kafina, and Lyra all failed this. As you are making your way through the passage, there is something that starts to niggle at the back of your minds. I would like all 3 of you to roll a D100.
Oh, this is a new one.
Yeah, it's 2%.
Percentile.
It's your 2d10,
No,
so the one
that's
which has two numbers on it.
That's
No.
how much psychic damage you're taking.
63 for you.
75.
75, okay.
50.
50, okay. So, Ash, for Kafina and Talatar, as these sort of whispers sort of press into you, you feel that suppression coming into your mind. You feel as if chunks of your mind slip away from you and your intelligence seems to wax and wane as you go on. So this is a flaw that you develop. So this is an aspect that you have to roleplay. That your mind is slipping away and your intelligence seems to wax and wane.
Question.
Wax and wane.
Wax and wane.
How's that any different to normal?
Lyra, your flaw is that you see an altered version of reality, with your mind convincing itself that things are true, even in the face of overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
What?
Sorry,
God.
you're going to need to run that by me again.
So,
You've been corrupted by QAnon.
your perception of reality as it's going along is that you are in this fungal tunnel, and yet there are elephants wandering past, pink elephants, that stand up and dance and then phase through the walls.
You're having a trick.
Effectively, the flaw that Lyra has is that you see an altered version of reality, with your mind convincing itself that things are true, even in the face of overwhelming evidence to the contrary. I can send you that afterwards if you want.
You're hallucinating and you bloody well believe it.
So, but I've got to make up the hallucinations.
Yes, it's a flaw.
Oh, have some fun with
It's a
that.
character flaw.
Not that I necessarily want to get out of playing.
That's not a character flaw. That's an effect. I wouldn't call it a character flaw.
It's a madness, effectively. The three of you have gone.
If anything, I think it's more of a ceiling.
Again, is that any different to normal?
I was going to just say it's dementia, but
I'm not going to respond to that, Ross.
I don't want to get out of playing this, but I am wearing the headband of intellect. Now, I know that's just fixing my score at 9.
Doesn't affect your intelligence.
Not going to affect it? No.
Doesn't affect it.
Okay.
This is an indefinite madness
Mm.
that is, characterly speaking, it adds a character flaw. That is how the ability is described. So it's obviously not going. Obviously, it won't affect anything physically, but it might be that Lyra's perception of how things go and the way that I describe things for Lyra may be different. But then Skeleton's being a bit mindful. You might sort of trail off in the middle of a kumquat.
Excuse me.
Interesting that it says wax and wane.
Yeah, I know.
From in and out of reality. Normal.
Well, I imagine that it's periodically it goes away from what it currently is. It shrinks down and then it grows back up to its current amount. It doesn't grow any bigger.
Did you do it?
Do what?
Nearly had to. Yes! Got him. Well, payback for all of the Mondays.
Okay. So yes.
Sorry.
I'm sure you'll explain later
I will.
after I've beaten it out of you.
Are we carrying on?
I don't know, are you?
I mean,
I don't know.
Where are we going?
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing the ones that have been affected don't really know anything's happened, do they?
From Lyra's licking a wall. No.
The schnozberries
No,
taste like
like
schnozberries.
Suddenly, Lyra feels like she's sitting in a room watching people describe this on a screen of some
A As Lyra says that out loud.
Oh, that's okay. It's just a magic spell. It's called the Wall of Forth.
Yeah.
Hey.
Very good.
Lyra all of a sudden is just like, what do I roll for this again? What?
So, yeah,
Are
I
we
guess-
going on forward
guess
or
we'd
are
be-
we staying put?
I guess we'd be carrying on because, as I said,
Asher, I didn't know
We
you
don't-
spoke Sylvan.
What?
Checks the sheet. I do not speak Sylvan.
Are you okay, Lyra?
You said that?
It's Cedric. Look.
I'm choosing to believe I can't see Cedric at all, and
That's fine.
Asher is just holding nothing in her hands.
Yeah.
I'm right here. Am I invisible again? No, I've
I
already
can
used that
see you.
today.
I can see you. I mean, you're smaller than usual, but you're still visible.
Asher, what did you do to Cedric? He's really small.
No, it's always been this way.
Oh. Oh, okay.
No, I haven't. That's not true. I've always been this way for about half an hour.
Yeah, which is like a lot of today, really.
I'm confused.
That's nothing new. We're dealing with new problems. Skeleton.
Oh, okay. So where are we going?
Carrying on down the corridor, I believe.
Well,
Hold on.
As Caliban walks off.
Oh, okay. I guess we're going then.
I guess we're going down the corridor then, yeah.
Though, Lyra, can you see me yet?
Lyra is now just staring at the blade of her sword, which she seems completely mesmerized by.
Maybe someone should remove the sharp, pointy thing from the person who's acting strangely.
I think maybe those were some special mushrooms, and maybe they got a bit affected by them.
From your perspective there, the blade has turned into a snake.
Oh dear.
Yeah, drop it.
Cranking. And the snake then looks at you and goes, "How?
Oh, sorry.
Why?"
You surprised me.
Yes, I think maybe we are best taking the pointy thing away from there until she feels better.
Also,
I will pick up the sword.
Careful, careful. Don't hurt it.
It's okay there, I'll look after your sword for you.
He's not worthy. They are not worthy.
Speaking of, quite seriously, this is a moonblade. Does anything happen to Foundling when they pick it up?
That's a good point. I don't think it does. Well, actually, does it? That's a good point.
Oh no!
I double check moonblades. I've forgotten that moonblades have.
There are versions of the rules where both of them might just explode. That was like second edition rules, so I think they've been calmed down a bit since
I
then.
don't think there has ever said, "Don't touch my sword." To anyone.
Let me double check what happens with the moonblades.
That'd be the best way to beat the final boss. Just be like, look, man, I submit to your will as proof. You can have my sword.
Just throw your sword at them.
Catch.
No, the 5th edition of the Moonblade does not have that functionality. It just it won't serve anyone that it's considered not to be worthy, effectively. But of course, the voice of Mithralis is actually coming through to you, which is what, but in your mind, is perceiving it as the snake talking to you.
And what's it saying?
That they are not worthy to wield me. I am yours. Take me back.
Can I have Can I have it back?
When you're feeling better.
I'm feeling better.
Yes, we're going to go a bit further down the corridor and explore, and then we'll probably go somewhere nice to take a rest, and maybe you'll feel better after that, and I'll give you your sword back.
Hmm.
Maybe we should just take a rest here, because I think
Yeah.
Kalatar's not the walking off type, so maybe let's just catch up with him.
Yes, he is.
He's just rushing because I mean,
Not into the head first, not like head first into danger walking off type.
Well, I mean, if we don't hurry, we're going to miss the lunchtime special.
Lyra starts skipping.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Where's Kalatar?
Kalatar has wandered off about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna run after.
After Kalatar.
I'm gonna run after Kalatar and drag him back.
You chase after Kalatar. Kalatar, you see Asher going towards you. Who's Asher? Why is this woman with a big sword running at me?
I move quicker than him, so
Just kill him.
And I definitely move quicker than him.
Yes. And now this man, this person with six limbs is chasing you. Oh, it's family.
grab, drag
Tackle.
into the middle.
It's sort of like when we get to about here and we're in the tackle position, we go, oh, it's family.
I would like to relieve him of the rod.
What does this button do?
I say, I relieve him of the rod.
Asher did say it
I'm just
before
saying,
him
do
coming
you
to
want
after.
to-
Yeah, because. But yeah.
Okay. To be fair, she did say it first. Okay.
Yeah, just keep going to kick Asher as you go.
just a no.
Drop it. Drop it.
You hit the wrong hand. You just hit the button quicker.
Bring it back into the middle, and then I am pressing the button with us all around.
Okay.
I am making the executive decision here, and we are leaving.
This is now an interesting question. What is Asher's idea of paradise?
Asher's idea of paradise would be basically a condensed version of Jorvik where she was still with her husband back when things were simple.
Okay.
Like literally sitting on the shoreline.
Okay, so it's effectively Midgard is what has come to mind. There is the Rainbow Bridge, there are the Keep Caverns, there is the small homesteads that you had. Sorry?
There is, and I said, the heavy toll.
Heavy toll we have to pay to get into this gated community. There is the keep that you remember, or the small homestead that you had growing up. And it is familiar, which is comforting. It's home.
Oh.
And all of the male figures that wander around that are the servants are the image of your husband.
Well, that's not heartbreaking.
You guys said we were going to Pancake Parlor for lunch. Why are we here? I don't see pancakes anywhere.
The female forms are Nuala. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
These ones are friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like one of them needs to hurt someone.
Kelatar's already in the middle of an orgy. It just instantly happens.
Bear in mind, these ones are controlled by my head.
Yeah.
So it's more of Kelatar would be involved in a slaughter.
Yeah, at this point, it's a question is for Asher of, is this polyamory now, or?
Yeah, pretty much. This is just how things are.
Let's do this. Are these guys still affected whilst we're here?
Seemingly.
Pretty.
Right.
Well, if you guys aren't going to tell me where the pancake parlor is, I'm going to find it. And I'm just going to start flying off looking for the pancake parlor.
Right.
Feel free.
It would be better if the clouds weren't made of boiling lead.
Yes,
Don't
it's
like
an
it.
unpleasant feature.
Just
Yeah,
stay away from them.
Okay.
So,
We'll try.
so the plan is to rest here for a day or so, and then we'll go back and.
Hopefully, the
Yes.
people acting weird will be feeling better after a rest.
What?
And maybe I'll have grown back to my usual size.
Cedric, write all of this, please.
Sure, Tidy Cedric is on the job. I mean, I can only potentially do it. We might be a bit limited. Okay, I'm going to try a greater restoration on who's the biggest liability. Probably Lyra at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Lyra is the most fucked, yes.
Although, I kind of want to keep this going to see what Tom can come up with.
Yeah.
I can deal with
Lyra's
it,
currently
I
just
can't-
crawling to be as far away from the clouds as possible.
Yeah.
Like, pink grass is deeply unnerving as well.
Aww.
It's only pink because you've offended it.
Okay, so you're casting Greater Restoration.
I am on Lyra.
Okay, as Lyra is army crawling away from the boiling lead,
Tiny Cedric running after her.
a tiny man is wandering his way towards you with a bag in his hand, which he sprinkles behind him and throws forth over you. And oh god, it's hail! Barrages down upon you, and your mind clears. It's Cedric, and this is actually fine.
I'll stand up.
Yep.
Brush myself down.
Mm-hmm.
Does she remember it?
Yeah.
Do you
And
feel
say-
better?
We don't need to speak about this ever.
Is there a pile of leaves nearby?
Ever.
Lyra, speak about what? I don't know what you mean.
Right.
Thank you, Cedric.
So your madness is cured.
You're affected by mushrooms. It could have happened to anyone.
Okay, that was my 7th level
Cedric, do you believe she is restored to normal?
I will. Yeah, actually, I'll have a little quick assessment of Lyra and see if she's acting weirdly or pretending to act normal as part of acting weirdly.
Can I insight Lyra as well to see?
Both of you make an insight check.
Actually back to
I will
normal.
guidance myself.
I'd like to run and find a pile of hay or.
Yeah, there's hay.
I just don't feel it.
Okay.
31.
16.
Okay, is that including your deficiency, Cedric, with your...
That's been fixed now.
oh yes, of course, yours has been
Now
fixed out.
It's still
Right.
tiny, but my deficiency's been fixed.
Gotcha. Okay, Lyra is back to normal. If anything, a little sheepish.
Fair. Oh
Yeah,
no,
that's
sheep.
all.
I turned her into a sheep. This was Lyra's
presumably
true
I
form
still
all
have
along.
the-
Hang on, I had two voices speaking, I didn't get either of them.
Tom, go.
Sorry, I was just to say, presumably I still have the deficiency to proficiency.
Yes, you do. That has not been cured. Proficiency. Proficiency.
Okay. Well, that seemed to have worked. So, I can do it once more today.
Now, Kafina's flown off somewhere. Hopefully she'll come back. But for now, I think you can be trusted to have your sword back, Lyra.
Thank you. I will take it.
Might as well.
So I'm just realising how grossly disproportionate that would have been for small foundling, but I could probably have dragged it along, especially with my extra arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just trying to think. Previously, who's cast Greater? Is it both Kalatar and Fee?
No, just Kafina. Kafina has only recently started casting it, and pretty much just Cedric.
Okay, so my priority I think is going to be to try cure Kafina next then. But if
Okay.
she's flown off, I guess I'm waiting for just the next opportunity to do it, whenever that comes.
Fee gained the spell when we were in the Earth plane, about to do the tournament thing, the arena fight.
Hey, angels. Yeah. Making angels.
Angels.
Okay. Kavina is off flying around doing Kavina
Looking for the pancake parlor. I want pancakes.
Okay. Okay, that's nice. I recommend going there, Con, if you can.
Thank you.
All right. So you're just waiting for
I'm literally
Kavina.
just waiting
Kavina
to
will eventually return.
Okay, this is really weird. It just goes on forever, and all these people look the same. What,
Yes.
is this like a stage show or something?
Just
What is going on?
hold still one.
Greater restoration is cast upon Kavina.
The world's most expensive prank.
Blowing
What?
diamond dust at people.
What ability are you neutralizing, Cedric?
I'm neutralizing the whatever the confusion seems to be.
Okay, so you're removing the madness.
I'm removing the pancake talk.
Kavina, you are no longer mad, and Ross is in the dark.
Yep.
Ross has not paid his electricity bill.
But yeah.
Yes, Kavina, you are no longer mad.
Oh. Oh, okay. I remember everything now. Okay, cool. Right. Kind of. What are we doing?
So we're safe at the moment, but a few of you were a little bit crazy. Some people still have debilitating effects on them. Kalatar seems to be a bit out of sorts.
Oh.
But I can't do anything to fix anyone for the rest of the day now.
Is it the big restoration or the little restoration?
The big restoration.
The big restoration. Okay.
The one of greater volume.
Yeah. That's it. Big. Right. I'll meta up 2 3rd-level slots back into sorcery points, then back down to get me the slot. Now I just need the 100 worth of diamond dust.
I'll drop it into your hand.
Thank you. Smack it into his face.
Ow! And your mask is cured. Ow! I mean, I think it's justified, but still, ow!
Cool.
Did I really go to press the button when there was only
3 people there, yes.
What? I mean, okay, yeah, you were mad. I get it. But still, damn. Someone else take the wand.
I don't have it anymore. That's why we're here.
Ah.
Oh boy. Oh, this is not going to go well.
All the...
No,
Can I
that's-
assist you, Kalatar?
No. You know that scene in Inception where they start to become aware of that someone's in there and they all start randomly turning.
Oh no.
All of them are.
I'm just...
Kalatar.
If it was Ash's mental state, though, then honestly, I'd imagine them all to dogpile, and like the guys hold him down, and all the Naelas are just like stomping on his crutch, just one after another, taking
Didn't
turns.
enjoy that too much.
Believe me, it wasn't me that started it.
I mean, me, a Nuala, and my husband are currently out on a fishing boat right now. Just
Makes sense.
Fair.
Are you using Shatterfang as the fishing rod, or
just tied a little bit of string around it, and
Guys, I'm worried.
Go up behind Kalatar and whisper in his ear, "Smells like bacon."
on your own feet or on Lyra's? Just off to the side. Okay. Would you like me to clean that up, Kalatar?
Yes, please.
scoop and throw.
Oh, thanks, Lyra. I needed that.
Yeah, you probably deserved it.
There's no probably about it. I definitely deserved it. Oh.
I guess we rest, hope some of these other weird effects disappear, and if they don't, then I'm going to... well, I can only fix one more thing tomorrow. Unless we get more diamond dust.
I have some more diamonds. If we can spend some time grinding them, we have more diamonds.
I still have my jeweler's kit. I can try to grind some more.
That would be good.
Noala's or Verica.
Not specially trained in it, but foundling is. Foundling
Oh, yes, family can do it.
Yeah. Okay, so how many portions of diamond dust are you wanting to form?
All of it!
Yeah, probably a lot at this rate.
I mean, I've got several hours to work, so I could probably make a load, provided I'm all half decent.
I want 5
diamond. Sorry?
I have a diamond that is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
So get 10 out of that, and Asher's got even more diamond if she comes back from fishing.
There's a big if in that, Andrew.
If not, I can swim out and get some diamond off her and come back.
I think you also have water walk on you, so you could walk out and get it.
Yeah, however long that lasts. 8 hours.
I think it's 8 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, just let me know how much diamond you want.
I mean, as much as diamond is available, I think.
I think we've got a rather large amount of diamond. I'm not sure we need to grind it all up.
You can have my diamond.
Okay, that is roll a. This will be a strength with your proficiency.
Yes, but reduced proficiency.
Yes, so there's a strength +3 added to the roll. No, sorry, +2.
+2.
Cool.
Yeah, 17.
17, okay. There is a little bit of wastage in the grinding of it, so you only get 9 uses out of it. But you do get 9 piles of diamond dust, and then you just have a hunk of diamond that is ungrindable. So there are 9 uses of diamond dust available from that one diamond. Of course, if you have other diamonds that you want to grind up, you can do checks for that as well.
How many did you want, Cedric?
Well, I had 4 lots at the start of today, and now I'm only down to 1, so 5.
Yeah, I'll take the remaining 4.
Okay,
Just go and get more diamond off Asher and grind that up.
That would be good.
Okay. Out to Asher.
Scaring off all the fish in the process, Foundling swims over to Asher, Nuala, and your husband, whose name I cannot remember off the top of my head.
It was the human, so we shall call him
Human. No, he did have a name. I'm just going to bring it up. Bear with me.
Ah, well, there you go. That makes sense. It's also been 2 actual years since I've said it.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a long time.
How could you forget your husband?
Because I've had a new wife.
Oh, I better hope you don't meet him in the afterlife and say that.
I'm here now.
No, you're not. I'm imagining you on the boat, and it's like it's one of those bittersweet moments. It's like single tear down your cheek because it's not real. You know, it's not real.
That's why I'm enjoying myself.
Well on Fleetfoot.
But you said he was human.
He was half elf.
Ah.
Yeah.
Interestingly, though, your youngest brother, I've forgotten this, his name was Frode.
Yep. I thought that was purposeful.
It wasn't. I'd forgotten.
There you go. I thought it was purposeful.
Sorry to disturb your fishing. We need more diamond dust for magic stuff. Could I have a hunk of yours that you're carrying with you?
I hand Foundling 50 pounds of raw diamond. My bag is much lighter now.
50 pounds lighter.
Right. Back to shore.
I just go, yeah, sure.
I'll probably maybe can't swim with this. Just sort of let myself sink to the bottom and just walk along.
It just crap Zoidberg it. Okay.
Okay. Start grinding on 50 pounds of diamond. God knows how much I'm going to get out of that.
So, 50 pounds of diamond would probably give you. I mean, depends on what you want to do with it. If you're going to grind all of it, you're going to have a lot of diamond dust.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, we've got nothing else to do, and people
Well,
want
unless you want to break it down into diamonds for Revivify or Raise Dead.
I have 4 lots of 300 gold worth of diamond.
Half into diamonds for Revivify or Raise Dead, half into dust.
Okay, make a jeweler's kit test then.
Against strength?
Strength, yes.
I'm worried I might have used my good rolls, but let's see.
Guidance him?
Sure, you add a d4.
At least for one of them.
Guidance, yeah.
12. Not terrible.
Okay, there is a fair bit of wastage this time as you're sort of grinding it down, so you lose about 3 pounds. Of yeah, I know, right? In all, you would probably get.
I mean, we're probably using diamonds as paperweights back at our base.
I know.
Yeah.
I would say 50 pounds diamond dust. Okay, so we'll figure out how much that's worth. Now I have to work out what it is before you guys ruin the economy by saturating the market with diamonds.
Yeah. Good day.
I would say that you would get. You would get 20 uses for diamond dust and 10 for Raised Dead, whatever the diamond amount for Raised Dead is.
500.
Okay.
Does anyone else use the diamond dust besides you and me, Cedric?
I don't think so.
Anyone else?
Nope.
10 each then?
Yep.
Cool.
And then there is the 10 Raised Dead diamonds that can be split between Cedric and Telfar, should they need them.
Am I able to attune to these teeth?
You may do so, yes.
I would like to try and attune to 2 teeth.
Oh, you're going to implant them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to try.
What are you unattuning from?
My shield.
Okay, so you're no longer attuned to your shield. Bear with as I open up the teeth of.
Cedric, how many of those diamonds do you want?
Was it 10, wasn't there, available? Split them 5-5?
Yep.
So the teeth of Delvanar. So roll a d20 for me, Connor.
That's probably going to suck. 1.
1. You reach into the bag of teeth and you pull it out, and it's a ivory molar, seemingly maybe from a cat, and you pull out one of your own molars and press that one into it, just past the blood. You have 8 charges from that tooth. As an action, you can expend a charge to cast Revivify from the tooth. If you are dead at the start of your turn, the tooth expends a charge and casts it for you.
Nice.
Nice. And nice for Cedric as well.
No, because Cedric will still die.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah. I get why it's a cat tooth now.
I'm going to put it this way. It won't.
Oh.
You get the sense that the deal that was made with the Raven Queen is going to prelude that can work.
Oh yeah.
But you can still do it for other people. So roll your other d20.
Yeet. 19.
Oh boy. Okay. And 19. So make a note that you've got 19 and 1 scratched off.
19 and
19. This one that you pull out is a ruby veined red dragon fang.
Oh wait, did I get it?
Yeah. You reach out and you pluck out
D&D
one
Beyond
of your,
came good.
you reach out and pluck out one of your canines and you push the fang into it. It feels really uncomfortable in your mouth, but it looks sick. You now have immunity to fire damage, and as an action, you can exhale a 90-foot cone of fire. Each creature must make a DC 24 dex save, taking 26 d6 fire damage on a failed save.
But
After using the breath weapon, you gain 2 levels of exhaustion.
Ah.
So
Okay, that's the caveat.
dire states.
Yeah.
Well, let's go see Zuggtmoy and get some fried mushrooms.
There is only one tooth which is better than that. It's the one that gives you divine intervention, effectively.
Yeah, that's the crit, I think, which is just divine intervention that just works.
Yeah.
So if we want a gold bottle.
Yeah. Oh.
The one
D&D Beyond came up good on that.
So I'm going to have to figure out how to apply that. I'll probably create that as a separate item for you, and I'll just put that in so it gives you the effects
Thanks.
for those two.
What would 17 have been?
17 gives you immunity to lightning damage and vulnerability to thunder damage.
Wow, I'd have just started collecting immunities at that point.
Yeah. I mean,
I will fight Zuggtmoy, and then I will think about the others.
And just replace all of his teeth if she wants.
Yeah, you can just keep adding.
She can replace up to, I think it's the Constitution modifier +1. So with Asher, 7.
8.
But what if you implant them all in a denture?
What is your Constitution
7.
modifier?
Sorry. Yeah, 7. Yeah,
so
you are right.
6
7.
plus your con modifier. So a minimum of 2.
just leave it in a glass of water.
No, 2. So if you try to implant one more than that to get rid of one of the ones that's already in there, it takes one out and it replaces a different one. But it's determined.
Oh, so she can only have 6.
No, you have 7 at a time.
7 at a time.
No, 6. No, right. Yeah, 7.
I can have 7 at a time.
You can't take. But if she tries to replace them, then it's one of them determined randomly that gets removed. So she might lose the cat one if she's used all the replies out of it. She might lose the dragon fire breath.
What happens if she just takes it out?
She can't.
You physically can't.
Literally stop.
I can now not unattune from these.
So that is a permanent thing. This is a really cool item.
There's one that I really, 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 really want, but it will kill you, which is the 9th level counterspell one.
Yeah.
But if you don't counterspell anything, you lose 2d10 hit points off your maximum every long rest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you just have to counter stuff.
You basically need to get someone to cast a cantrip
Random
next
spell
to
and
you.
then just,
Yeah.
but just don't
So-
ever forget.
You know what? This would be what would work really well with this: a pet, and then you can just shuffle the teeth.
God, could you imagine if
Imagine
I'd
a
still got
hamster
Spike?
with
You point a hamster at someone and
If I'd
it's like
still got
90
Spike.
cone fire.
This is Spike. This is Spike. He makes everyone feel much calmer in battle, and if you do not calm down, he will destroy you.
Oh god, the nuclear death thrash metal camel.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the emo camel. Bah! Oh,
Look at him with all his punk teeth for no reason.
just one of those bejeweled rappers with just the biggest grill.
Yeah, exactly. So when Asher returns, she has one fang that is protruding out from her jaw and sits awkwardly.
Damn, girl!
But is ruby encrusted.
Okay, so you wanted some cosmetic dentistry done. That's fine. You do your Asher.
I'm going for a phase.
It somehow makes you
Stand over there. Wait, what?
It's fine.
I don't know
It's
how.
definitely intimidating.
Yeah, I don't know how, Asher, but you somehow now look both more dangerous and cool than you ever have before.
Why, thank you.
Jesus, that's terrifying.
She's a mountain of muscles with a fucking jewel-encrusted fang, sure.
Wielding a longsword that's got just summons wolves and just goes, oh, you thought this was bad? Napalm.
I kind of really want to now go up against the Scorch Lord. He's going to be like, fire! And I'm like, not this time. No.
Fuck you.
That's not a fire. This is a fire.
Everyone else
You
died
thought that-
from this
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
But
You thought that cleric last time was a bitch.
yeah, Ash is a problem now.
I'm
Okay.
not immune to cold now.
No, you're not. Oh, well, that's all right. Then.
Yeah.
I could just switch out another item, really.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're only two. Well, yeah, but it's the choice of Shatterfang or the belt.
I'd lose the belt if I had to. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still strong.
You're not that strong, though. You're only a +3.
Plus
aren't you?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good swing.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, Asher has returned with her tea. What are you guys doing at this point?
During all of this chaos, I would like to very briefly talk to Leela and just say, I believe there was a book that helps people be a bit smarter. I think you had it? Do you know if anyone else has claimed it?
2 books, I believe. There was one with some spells in it, and then one that probably might help you just gain some knowledge.
I think the second one.
Yeah, I think it's in my bag of holding.
Yes.
So, rummage around. The Book of Clear Thought, was that the one you would like? I think so. That sounds pretty like intellectual. Here you go. I don't think anyone's claimed it. If they would have now, they would have learned by now. I don't need it, so yeah, you go ahead and read it. That'll be fine. Enjoy.
Is this the one that you've already read, or is this the other one?
I didn't read a book.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wouldn't need to read the intelligence one because I can't get any.
The,
And the other one.
the
was
intelligence book increases your maximum by 2 as well.
I didn't do that. Well, I don't know. My
Okay.
casting changed. So
Okay.
that's fine.
Are you sure you don't want it?
No, that's fine. I'd rather someone else get more use out of it. I could probably do with like building some strength. So I'm not going to do some push-ups. So.
Make an athletics check.
Do I?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Okay.
As Cedric watches Leela from an odd perspective, because Cedric is
It's
now
the same height. Also, I was thinking when you pass the
Oh,
book,
Cedric-
you'd be like,
more- Cedric's smaller than Leela.
oh,
16.
It's fairly good, girl push-ups. Let's be fair.
Hey.
She has a strength of -2,
Yeah.
so
-3.
-3.
No.
Yeah, so they're still well done. She gets pretty good strength workouts. Yeah.
That's the most I've ever done ever. Wow,
But
I
yes,
got-
the book is equivalent to me just going, oh, here you go.
yeah. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will spend the free time, yeah, literally like dragging a book. Spend the free time reading. I don't have a giant book near me, unfortunately.
Do you want to be normal size? Back to your normal size, Cedric. I mean, we've got all this time, and if we're going,
Oh,
are we
yes,
are we
please.
resting? Are we going to have a sleep and stay
We're going
overnight?
to have a
here?
full-on sleepover.
All right. Well, then I might as well expend all my magical energy restoring everyone as much as I can. How many people are still affected by shit?
Hands up.
Fuck. And how many? Can you hold up how many fingers you're being? Things you 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a sec. 1, 2, 3.
Peace, man.
Hold on, there's I can't hear you as well. Trying to see what's going on here.
Okay, hang on. So that's 3 I can cast naturally, and then we got 1, 2, 3. Plus 8 is 11, bringing me up to 15. Yes, I can cast it just the
nice.
right amount of times, expending everything bar 1 sorcery point. So, so yeah, for brevity, I'll do
I
that.
would point out that so there's six things that you have to cure. Foundling is affected twice.
Yeah, Farron's got
Yeah, I
Yeah,
count
yes.
2 fingers on Foundling and then 3 other people with 1 finger up.
Who else had something?
And then yourself.
Oh,
What else is
Ah!
V affected by?
I'm not that fussed about being this big, and
What?
plus I don't use weapon attacks, so...
okay.
Okay, because Cedric is shrunk twice, Kafina is shrunk once, Foundling is shrunk once, and then Foundling has the mind deficiency. So is Lyra, and so is Leela.
Yeah, I was cool to fight like this anyway, so...
Okay. So you're burning spell slots and sorcery points to give yourself enough greater restorations to affect.
Yeah, I had to burn a first, a second, and 2 fourths to get myself up to 15 sorcery points, so I could spend 14 of them to get 2 5th level spell slots, and then I used my 6th, my 7th, and my 8th level spell slot.
Oh.
Okay. Yep, loads of everything. So everyone returns to normal.
Oh,
Except Kafina, who is still clanging.
I'm used to it.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Tina.
No
So,
worries.
halfling
thank you very much.
Halfling-sized drow.
Which, of course, in this area, because it's Asher's fancy, there is daylight, which is causing problems for Kafina. It's like,
Is there shade? Can I go find shade?
there are
Be grateful I didn't go for what my second thought was going to be, which was going to be Celestial Asgard.
Yeah.
Which would have just been wounding for you.
Eternal sunshine.
Like a tavern or somewhere, like a nap.
There are taverns.
Can we go to the cat one? Would the cat one be here?
Different part of the.
Yeah, I don't know what Ash's favourite place if it has a cat tavern in it.
Unfortunately, we're about maybe 150 years back.
What, and cats didn't survive back then?
Oh, it wasn't a fad back then.
Oh.
They were still classed as rodents.
Oh. Okay, I guess I'll just go to a normal tavern and have a nap.
No, but there is a goose tavern down the hall.
Yes.
I'm gonna side up to Asher and
Whack in.
whisper to her, Asher, have you by chance maybe put like a brothel or like kind of like place like that? You know, sexy man.
Kafina, every man in here looks exactly like my husband. So there is many places filled with what I would consider a sexy man.
Yeah, but it'll be weird if it's your ex-husband. Is there not?
I mean,
just, like-
Galatar did it, so I thought that was all the rage.
Yeah, but he's.
Galatar is your ex-husband.
Technically, he's not her ex-husband. He died. That's a whole. It's not an ex-husband.
Well, it's still someone she was with.
It was an
That's being
unfortunate
territorial.
Minotaur warring accident.
No, like, you know, and you can't make any more like sexy guys. You know.
Can I make any more sexy guys to make Kafina happier?
I don't know. How does the item work?
Oh, I got rid of it.
No, all right then. Bear with.
I don't know.
Wait a minute, it's not even perception.
Bear with.
If we're going to be spending the whole evening here, I need something to do. Come on.
Or someone.
One. Was it the Rod of Sanctuary?
Well, I'm going swimming. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, family, I missed that.
I was just saying, well, I'm going swimming because why not?
No. Okay, so you don't age in this paradise. It can be whatever you want it to be. It has enough food and water to sustain its visitors. Everything interacted is only there. It doesn't say you choose the form it takes. It doesn't say you can't change it whilst you're there. If you want to change some of your manservants to look like other men,
I asked Kafina to describe to me in intricate detail
Or make
exactly
a
what
cat
she wants.
tavern.
Or a
Right.
cat tavern.
So, pretty ripped and broad, right? But like,
Right.
you know, preferably shirtless.
Shirtless, yeah.
Also, bit of a beard. Think of like a brown, but also a bit of like speckled ginger in there, coming down to about here. What else? Kind of like slightly wavy, about this length hair.
And
Maybe
Lila's
like
just burst in and be like, can I have a tap,
And with that information given to me, I create. Imagine a shorter Tormund from Game of Thrones, the ginger one.
that works.
Yeah.
Just
You'll dig it.
shirtless. And I put it in a dark, shady corner. Although it's eternal light and sunshine, somehow it's dimmer over there.
It's like the rain clouds just over the top.
Just a hut for us to be.
And fill it full of cats and ale.
Yeah.
There you go, Leela and Kafina. You ask, you shall receive.
Thank you.
He is the owner of this cat tavern, which, as you go into, has one room which has just got all the cats in it.
I play with the cats, I nap with the cats. I'm good.
Okay.
I make a very inappropriate joke about you using an alternate term for cats, and I whisper it to the owner and tell him to come into the back room with me.
That
Isn't that where Leela?
She doesn't need the owner, she needs the cats. I want the owner.
fine. You go and have an evening of pleasure. Yes, Kalatar, you wanted to attune to a thing.
Yes, I would like to unattune on the visage of the light of the darker.
Okay.
And attune to timber, the hand axe.
Okay.
Ooh.
Attuned to what?
A hand axe called timber.
I see.
If I make 3 attacks with it, there is a massive explosion after the third.
Yes.
I can definitely see why we would want that.
Yeah.
That's very us.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, if Leela's not going to make something explode, someone else has to take on that duty.
Yeah. Someone told Kalatar that Leela didn't bring the cannon, so next best thing I'll do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you take the day doing whatever else you want to do. If there's any other attunement swaps you want to make, do so at this moment. You take a long rest.
I might different spells.
Long rest. I'm hitting the button.
You may take a long rest. The spellcasters that can change their spells may change their spells.
Yeah, I might want to do that.
You can worry about that in the week to come.
By that you mean 2 minutes before the next session starts.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
As the morning returns, Tafini, you have returned to normal size.
Yay.
Oh, we could have just slept through it.
We could have done.
We didn't know.
We
He
did
said
want to
could have
risk
been a
it.
week.
Yeah.
Stay up till we.
I didn't wanna risk it.
Imagine if I had to heal you guys all now. Terrible.
Yeah, you've ended like Cedric in the last session.
Yeah.
You are still within the sanctuary, aware of what is to come when you return
Oh no.
to the material plane, and unsure of how your choice to step away may impact you.
Mhm.
And that is where we leave it for this week.
We would have died
Couldn't
otherwise.
have been avoided.
Sorry, Tom, Connor?
Couldn't have been avoided.
Yeah. So, that is where we leave off for this week.
Woo, we survived.
Just the fire.
Interesting.
Mm.
And now we see what happens.
No.
So,
Sorry, your
No.
interesting sounded like you're like, yes, now I know how to fuck them up.
Interesting. The
I mean-
fools.
fools, they have done things. There are consequences. Of course there are. So, thank you very much for joining us, everyone. We hope you'll take care of yourselves and you're staying safe out there. We will see you next time for the next episode of Eat, Crit, and Survive. Check out our social media, Twitch. Subscribe, like, subscribe, say hi.
And ring that bell.
Ring the Yes.
Tell your friends, share us.
Go and have a look at our Twitter feed. We will be going more active on that, particularly as we begin ramping up towards the next campaign, whenever this ends. Next week. What?
Oh, no.
Yeah, pretty much. And
It ends when I decide to use all the fire.
I've had enough of all of you. Kalatar, just stand there for a second.
Yeah,
Just look,
Asher is never allowed to take the rearguard position anymore, just in case she hiccups or burps.
The only person that can be in front is Foundling, and that's only if Foundling is feeling particularly dexterous.
Yep.
So,
I'm immune to fire.
are you?
Just
Fine. What about Lyra, though?
Yeah, well, that's the point. Actually, am I? Or am I just? No, I'm resistant to fire.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, 24 D6 is still going to do a lot. But anyway, yes, check out our Twitter, check out our social medias, check out YouTube, where we have all of our previous episodes. You'll be able to see this one where I'm telling you to go and check out our social medias and our
True
YouTube,
story.
where you can see that.
Unless I crop this bit out.
Unless you crop this bit out. But thank you very much for joining us. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there, everyone. Good night. Connor, wave, damn it!